we have a little.
What is up, everybody? NC,
JC, and
we are back with the news. And as you may have seen from the thumbnail, Ludwig Kaiser got himself into a little bit of trouble. But hey, we got a good thing on Monday. A very, very good thing on Monday. That was Brock Lesnar returning on Monday Night Raw.
That's right.
I didn't hear any leaks about that. It came out of nowhere. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw our live reaction on Monday. That was all authentic on the spot.
Yep.
Amazing to see Brock back. We marked hard. Now, will Triple H fuck it up? Possibly. I mean, it's always a possibility with Triple H, but let's see where it goes. Maybe TKO takes the ball and takes it more in a Brock Lesnar direction. We'll see what happens.
Hope so, man. I really hope so. I mean, because the show's been looking a little bit different as of late. These have not been the fucking matchmark indie-rific shows that Triple H likes to put on. It's like TNA. It's like, that's, if you want your fucking matchmark indie-rific bullshit with like the same rehash storylines over and over again, TNA's for you. Fuck TNA. But if you want something a little bit, I hate to say, I can't believe we're putting Raw over. I can't believe we're giving Raw credit. But you know what? We watch Raw from start to finish, and it's for the most part entertaining. Are there things to work on? Absolutely. I am not going to sit here and say that Raw is some great show now and that it's better than the Attitude. No, I'm not going to say that. Mm-hmm. What I am going to say is that it can hold our attention. We've seen the competition. We've watched them. We've reacted to them. So we know what we're talking about. And we're saying it's gotten so bad elsewhere that Raw is better. But you know what? Raw's been up in their game. Raw has been up in their game. Bringing back Brock is certainly going to help.
Well, yeah, we've noticed more storylines, more vignettes, more character time, less in-ring time, which is good. That's what we want to see more of. So we've seen that more on Raw, not so much on SmackDown. Not like we watch it anyways. No. But one of the big stars on Raw recently was arrested, Ludwig Kaiser.
Damn.
So he was booked over in Orange County, Florida. And what happened here is, as you can see from the other part of the mugshot, let me pop that up here. Yeah, so he was arrested on battery, bond for only $1,000, which is dirt cheap. But
yeah, that is.
So he claims not guilty. That's what he says. He says, I'm not guilty. Request a trial in the battery case. And there's different stories. So I want to show you a couple different stories about which way this went. So first off, we'll start out with this one. So this is man allegedly told Ludwig Kaiser he'd call ICE on his bitch girlfriend before altercation. So this is what Raj Gary was reporting. He said, new details regarding what allegedly led to the incident. According to the report, Ludwig Kaiser was inside the elevator with his girlfriend, WWE Spanish host Andrea Bazarde. The two were being affectionate, though nothing excessive or unusual. The version of events differs significantly from the original police account. It is claimed that Richard Reep stayed quiet inside the elevator, but after he exited on the 12th floor, he allegedly told Kaiser words to the effect of, show some fucking respect, and before threatening to call ICE on Bazarte and referring to her as a bitch. Damn. Kaiser then allegedly stepped out of the elevator and got into a brief scuffle with Reep, although no punches were said to have been thrown, unlike the original police report, which alleged Reep had been punched multiple times. Another discrepancy arises between accounts, with Reep describing Kaiser's partner as white in his police statement, while this report claims he was with Bazarte, who is Mexican. Bro, she's a fairly white-looking chick, I'm just saying. She's a fairly white-looking Mexican chick. And there's a ton of those over there.
Oh yeah, it's like why can't people just mind their own fucking business? Like, so what? Like, he could date whoever he wants to date. He ain't hurting anybody. She's very attractive. I don't get. Maybe it's jealousy. Maybe he was just some fucking jealous douchebag who's like, oh fuck that guy. He's got that hot chick. I'm like, you know what, buddy? Why don't you worry about your own self?
Well, then, let's take a look at the other story. So this is the original police report. So arrested on battery charges. He was in the elevator at his apartment with his girlfriend and another man, Richard Reep. Things got uncontrollably intimate. Reep asked him to please stop and said, please have some manners. Ludwig Kaiser attacked him, punching him multiple times, shoving him down and threatening more violence. Kaiser was arrested after a police lineup where Richard Reep was able to identify him. This took place at 6:30 p.m. There was no signs of intoxication, so he was apparently sober as a bird. So, I mean, you have two very, very different sides to take on here. All I gotta say is if there was some dude passionately making out with this chick in the elevator, I'd be like, I'd probably mind my own business.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'd be looking over like, look at this fucking scumbag. You can't wait until you get inside your room.
No, for sure. And that's the thing. It's like, it's at the, like, what this all seems like to me is that just this guy just couldn't mind his own business. He probably annoyed the crap out of Marcel, and Marcel probably had enough of it. And I think the guy is just a total douche. Not Marcel, the guy who's making the accusation. And hey, you know what? Marcel's got his right. He's got his right to be presumed innocent. So, you know, if he wants to take it to trial, man, you know what? I say take it to trial, let all the evidence be brought out, and I think the guy who's accusing Marcel, in my opinion, will be proven to be a total frickin' douche.
Well, there is this coming out. Court records show that the state is not objecting the motion filed by attorneys for Ludwig Kaiser requesting they still be allowed to travel. So, yeah, that was not a problem. Like, they originally canceled his little Thursday get-together for AAA. They put it right back on for Kings League's Mexico on Friday. So, good. Friday night, he was at the event. He was making out with this girl. Basically, this just got, like, taken care of like nothing. I don't even think this guy is going to miss time on Raw. Originally, from the first police report, I was like, dude, if he really beat the shit out of this guy, like it claims, then he's in serious trouble. But then, you know, that other report from Raj Giri came out, and honestly, I would love it if there's some sort of, like, elevator footage. We probably won't get that, but I would love if there's some sort of footage that can kind of, like, tell us where this really went. Because, I mean, it's understandable that a guy would want to defend his girlfriend if some douchebag is, you know, calling her a bitch and threatening to call ICE on her, if that is indeed the true story. If, like, I can completely understand some dude being like, all right, let's scrap. I would love to see how this really went down. That's just where I'm getting at.
No, for sure. I mean, definitely see like what really happened. I think Marcel's side of the story, I just feel, to me, that just feels like the right one. That just feels like the correct, because it seems more plausible, you know, it seems more realistic, whereas like the other one's making Marcel seem like he's some freaking unhinged lunatic, which I don't think is the case. I mean, who knows?
Well, what I could imagine is if he did say inflammatory stuff about ICE and called her a bitch and all that, I could see Ludwig possibly grabbing him by the shirt and pushing him up against the elevator.
Yeah.
And maybe about that, just basically like, dude, you're going to show my girl some respect. But he knows he's got a high-profile job in WWE, so why would he be throwing fists at any fucking random fan? Or any random on the elevator, for that matter, you know?
Exactly. Like, that's another thing that a lot of these talents got to, you know, put up with, is unfortunately you're going to be dealing with idiots. Just don't get physical. Because they know, a lot of them probably do know that they're in WWE. They're probably looking at them like, you know what? I could probably take this guy to court, accuse him of battery and assault, and get some money out of this guy.
Good. I mean, especially if he's a celebrity and he recognizes him. But JBL was saying, a guy got punched, so freaking what? And that's, you know, that's honestly how I feel about a lot of these things. Even with and I hate to say it, even about the whole CM Punk situation. I say if it happens between a fan and a wrestler, I hate to admit it, but the fan probably deserved it. And if that's the case, there's no need for prosecution. There's no need for trials or any of this other bullshit. Just slap on the wrist, small bail, let him get out. Let him go about his business.
Yeah, I mean, because, like, I mean, we don't know how badly these wrestlers are getting hounded. Like, I mean, we've seen the footage, but it's like, is that really showing just how badly they're getting hounded at the airport or at, like, Starbucks or at a grocery store? Like, they're probably getting hounded in a morning, noon, and night, just around the clock. And so, like, with them, I can understand that every once in a while you probably have a bad day and you snap. I get it. It's human.
It really is, man. Oh, and somebody who's had a lot of bad days is CM Punk, but here's a crazy rumor about CM Punk. I highly doubt it, but I want to talk about it regardless. So just in, Logan Paul versus CM Punk signed. Former WWE and UFC star CM Punk set to feature in a 6-round professional bout against Logan Paul in Miami, Florida. Misfits Boxing will hold the event on November 21st. Announcement next week. So if this is legit, by next week, if we hear a real announcement, we'll confirm it, and we'll let you know if this is going down. Personally, I don't think Punk's man enough to take this challenge. He'll get wrecked.
Oh, he'll get absolutely wrecked. I mean, if he has any brain in his head left, you know, he knows he'll get wrecked. But you know what? If he does it, I got to see it.
Oh, dude. Automatic tune in, automatic coverage without question. We're there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no matter what. But you know what? There's some good things happening in WWE. People don't believe us when we say that TKO is having a good hands-on approach with WWE. They don't believe us. Well, you got to believe this when you see Enzo has reportedly been at the WWE Performance Center recently and was yesterday ahead of NXT. So he's already showing up at Performance Center. And then on top of this, check this out. You've got Big Cass. His contract's running up with AEW. This is like the stars are aligning. I think TKO is going to try to sign Enzo and Cass back to WWE. And we know that Triple H hates Enzo. Mm-hmm. He kind of likes Cass. Kind of. But like,
a little bit.
A little bit, but he hates fucking Enzo. So this is not a Triple H move. This is a TKO move, I guarantee you.
No, it really is. I mean, because like Triple H is like, if you remember how they were booked in NXT, they were so over, the crowd was finishing their chants. Like they were like rock levels of over in NXT. I'm not saying, you know, as popular, but I'm saying like they were like getting that kind of a reaction from that crowd. And yet Triple H just refused to put the tag titles on him. Refused. Fought it tooth and nail and never did. And so, and you heard the reports of the way Triple H treated him, talked to him. Triple H did not like him. And I cannot see Triple H just out of the blue wanting to bring Enzo back of his own, you know, accord. I like to bring him back. They're probably needing draws. They're probably wanting people that they know are going to sell tons of merch, and Enzo and Cass are going to sell tons of merch.
You want to know how over they were? Let me tell you how over they were. We were at the SmackDown where they made their main roster debut. The whole entire San Diego crowd, which was over like 12,000 people. So all of these 12,000 San Diegans were proudly chanting along with every single word that Enzo had to say. Word for word. He had them right. These were NXT call-ups. And the crowd knew who they were. Trust me, San Diego is not a smart mark town at all.
No.
So to see that was pretty eye-opening.
Because they're fun. Like, Enzo's a fun personality. He's a fun talker. It's fun to watch him. His promos are fun. He's just a fun guy. He makes the show fun when he's on. And I just think that, like, he'll add a lot. I think what they're seeing in Enzo is a lot of Danhausen in terms of, like, he's this over-the-top, goofy character that people will want to buy shitloads of his merch. And they did already. Like, it's been proven. Those certified G-shirts were top sellers for WWE back in the day. And I think they would be. If you bring Enzo back, I think he would be a top merch seller. And I think TKO sees that. And unlike Triple H, who doesn't care about that, TKO does.
Oh my God, that is a goofball WrestleMania match waiting to happen right there.
Oh, I know.
Holy cow, Danhausen versus Enzo. That's what's up right there. There you go. Okay.
Yes.
Now we're talking.
Put it in the books. It's gonna happen. Enzo versus Danhausen. Main event WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. Because you know what? Why not?
The promos would be incredible. I would love the acting segments. I bet you anything that those two would have natural chemistry. They probably would fucking hate each other in person, but when they get on the mic, the two would gel.
Oh, totally. Like, and that's the thing, man. It's like we've always put over personality over in-ring ability. I would much rather have a great mic worker than a good in-ring worker, because good in-ring workers are a dime a dozen. You could go to any indie company and you could find them. Whereas with Enzo, they're not a dime a dozen. That is a legit talent to be that good on the mic and that entertaining and captivating. It's unique. John Cena is unique. Like, there are some idiots who thought, oh, I could be John Cena. No, you fucking can't. You don't have the personality and the energy of John Cena or the intelligence of John Cena. You just don't. And so that's the thing. Is that, like, with Enzo and Cass, they were perfect. They should have been the tag team champions, but unfortunately, Vince let Triple H do his thing, and he screwed over what could have been a top moneymaker for the WWE. I'm aware of the whole fucking
allegations that were fake anyways.
The Phoenix something lady who accused him of that
right,
BS.
Allegations, yeah, fake allegations, yeah, for sure. No, and that's the thing about Enzo is TNA passed on this dude. They're fucking idiots. Zilla Fat too. Fucking idiots. So, hey, you know what? If WWE is swooping him up, more the merrier. They could use him. He'll definitely be a bonus to the main roster. That's for sure. Yeah. But a lot of the main roster stars are heading over to UFC for this weird Freedom Fest. So they got Usos, Braun Breaker, Tiffany Stratton, The Miz, Charlotte Flair, Trick Williams, and Chelsea Green are advertised for the UFC Freedom 250 FanFest. Now, already the fucking nerdy marks online are all claiming that they're a bunch of MAGA-tards and a bunch of magats, and that they're lumping all of these people in as Donald Trump supporters. Dude, they're just doing their job, you fucking idiots. They were selected because they actually have charisma. That's why. They're not Carmelo Hayes. They like everybody there was, well, exception of Charlotte, has a good amount of charisma.
Well, and it's a once in a lifetime thing. I mean, like, how often can you say that you were at a UFC fight on the White House lawn?
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. This is a big event coming up. It's a very big event, and just the fact that these WWE stars were handpicked, that's the way I look at it. They were handpicked. Says it all. I mean, it says that, you know, these are the people that, in my opinion, with the exception of Charlotte, everybody on that list should be a center focus in WWE.
I think they should be. I really do. I completely agree with you.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see what happens there. We, for sure, we're going to be covering the UFC White House show. So stay tuned for that. But John Cena, he was saying that he's not going to take any bumps. So he said ahead of time, he's like, you know what? I got a strict no falls down policy. I'm not doing anything physical. He's literally just coming in and talking in a suit. That's all he's doing. So he's getting paid good money to do it. I can't blame him. This is what all wrestlers would fight to get, is a top spot where you're just getting paid like 50 to 100K to just talk on the mic in a suit. It's awesome.
That's awesome. That's good money. And I mean, John Cena's a talented guy. It's good. But I could see down the road with the shilling that he's doing for TKO, I could see him getting booed, honestly. I don't want to see it, but if he continues to show for TKO with the sellout bull crap and just all these like horrible announcements like the John Cena Tournament Classic bull crap, I could see the fans booing him and getting tired of it. I hate to say it.
They will, because that's the whole thing about Triple H. He takes what could be a good idea and he runs it into the ground and ruins it. That's just what he's good at, because he doesn't have any creativity. So he's probably going to fuck up John Cena. But a lot of these guys, like John Cena, he's looking for his way out of WWE, and even Danhausen is too. So he signed with Adventure Media. So they're going to focus on Danhausen's IP and film, TV, digital. I mean, he already got a spot in Batman 2. So things are looking up for this guy. I mean, at least what he's doing is he's cashing in on his personality immediately. You don't see a lot of guys when they come into WWE get deals like this right off the bat. Usually they wait like a year or two down the line. Danhausen just got signed, and he's already making big IP deals with like the Batman. That's huge.
It is huge. It just goes to show that what we've been talking about this whole time. It's personality is what matters. If you have a character and you have a personality that connects with the audience, good things are going to happen. You're going to get actually over.
Absolutely. So we'll see what happens here with Danhausen. But you know what? Even Liv got a little bit of mainstream shine. She's been doing some movies, but even Mountain Dew called her out and said, "You dropped this queen." So maybe she's going to be showing up with a Baja Blast title on WWE. Triple H is already rubbing his nose at the merch opportunities for it. So go get it.
We got to put a big ugly W on it somewhere. I don't know, maybe on the middle, maybe on the plates, who knows? It's got to make it uglier, you know? It's not ugly enough.
Oh, they're going to do that to the W and the do. Guaranteed it's going to be a WWEW. Guaranteed.
It's like WW do or something. I don't know. It's going to be something goofy.
Some stupid shit. But, this is something that would make a lot of wrestlers happy. I'm sure they're already happy about it. But TSA has approved the carry-on of medical marijuana. So, if they're going city to city, they can get their blaze on as long as they got their card. It's a good thing. Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, that's really cool because, like a lot of these wrestlers, they deal with pain, and this is what they use to treat the pain. So this is good for them. So if they didn't know, now they know. You can bring medical marijuana with you. You just got to have your medical marijuana card, and boom, you're good to go,
Well, and you would need to be high on a lot of medical marijuana to get a flight from Jordan Grace. Congratulations, Jordan Grace, on your FAA Airman Knowledge test. She passed it. She is now a pilot. In all seriousness, good for her. And she's this is what we talk about with wrestlers working on side careers. This is a good side career. So there you go. That
is a good side career, and good on her. So she's achieving stuff. She's doing things. Yeah, good for her. I mean, because she's barely being used on SmackDown, as we could see. It's unfortunate for her, but there's not. Look, I'm happy for her, but at the end of the day, as a talent, there's not much there when you take away the in-ring.
Do you think TKO pulled her push?
Could be. It very well could be. I mean, for all we know, because we know, look, we know Triple H. We know exactly the kind of talents that he wants to push, and she has the indie cred. She's got muscles. She's bad on the mic. She does all the flippy dippy moves that he loves. She's paid her dues. All that. You would think that Triple H would push her to the moon, because that's what we're fearing. We're fearing that under Triple H, she's going to be shoved up her ass and down our throats. She's going to be main eventing SmackDown or Raw or whatever brand she's on. But no, that didn't happen, because you look at her and there's nothing special. Nothing stands out. Nothing is incredible, amazing. She's just some short, buff chick with bad promo skills. I'm sorry, but good for her.
We're happy for her. That's what you got to do. You got to get jobs outside of pro wrestling. But WWE, they're really stamping down on people. So independent wrestlers who have been signed by WWE for a WWE ID contract will no longer be able to use their indie names. So going forward, they will have to use their ID names for all upcoming appearances. It's fucked up, man, but this is how it is. If you're going to work for WWE, they have to own your name, which is obvious, for making merch. So just saying.
But honestly, this is not a bad thing if you're in the WWE ID system. And the reason why is, whatever name they give you, it's going to be known by more people.
Yeah, no, so that's the good thing about it, is that if anything, they're going to give you some sort of credibility, especially if you do get cut. But a lot of these guys, they're looking to just sign them outright. Like they did that with Jack Cartwheel. Triple A signed him outright. Not a real big signing, but, this is Triple A. This is like the type of guy they would sign, literally a guy that just does cartwheels. So it's a great signing for them. Triple A will, I'm sure Undertaker will nut all over him. So, he's the best. He's one of the greatest guys we got. He's going to be a champion. So you're probably going to see Undertaker say some Mark shit. But so good for Jack Cartwheel. But I will say also good for Ray. He's now the Triple A GM. So I think this might actually help to add to the show, because Ray he's a huge name in Mexico, in America, internationally for that matter, and he's a great promo. So I think this is a good move.
It's a good move. It's star power for sure. It's definitely an improvement. I mean, good for them. I mean, I'm not going to be watching, but good for them. It's they are going onwards and upwards. They are improving. And you know what? That's, even if you don't give a shit, at the very least, it's good to see that companies like AAA and WWE are now sort of trying to care now.
I mean, look who they had before. They literally had E.T. dressed as Marilyn Monroe. That shit ain't working out, bro. I'm just saying, It ain't working out.
That ain't working out.
No, but let's talk about the NXT class of 2026. So we already saw this big fat lump of shit over on the left-hand side. He debuted, got overrated like a motherfucker. And then right here, Lacey Simon. Isn't that RFK Jr.'s niece? Not sure on her identity, but good signing nonetheless. Nicole Martinez. So this is Nikki Blackheart. Fantastic signing. Very happy to see her. Marcus Brown. I don't know anything about the guy, but at least he looks like he could maybe throw down a fight. He looks like he at least be a security guard, so I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. I mean, but yeah, Mason Rook, I mean, this guy's a joke. You can't, I'm sorry, I don't care how big and how big he is and how many flips he could do. You can't take him seriously. You look at that chubby baby face, you're like, bro, you're not tough. Please.
Especially in his ring gear. They didn't even change up his ring gear, so he still comes out in this stupid fucking indie wolf coat with all the patches and shit over it. But then he still comes out in the fucking grandma menopause thigh tights, where you just see the fat rolls popping out underneath his crotch. Yeah, just all this disgusting fat pop. I'm like, bro, and we already dealt with that with Cassius Ohno. We don't want to see that shit again. It's gross.
It is gross. I'm just like, what are you getting out of this guy? Are they really how can they be that desperate for male performers that can go in the ring? I don't understand it. How they could be this desperate. Is the training that bad? Is NIL, are the people they're bringing in from NIL really that bad? I highly doubt it.
I think it more so has to do with the fact that finally they're just trying to sign a good mix. This is what this looks like to me, is a mix of indie and a mix of NIL type talents. I mean, I don't know the identity of the other two. Maybe they are NIL, but at least Nikki Blackheart, Mason, they're indie talents. But at least with Nikki, that's a marketable indie indie talent you could bring up. So I'm happy for her. Speaking of, she's going under the name Martinez.
Yeah.
I would like it if she had a little bit more, but whatever, I think of Mercedes Martinez when I hear that shit, but whatever.
You just need one name. Just Matt Riddle. We're gonna call him Riddle.
Well,
Like,
and they fucked up on it. They fucked up on it because they could have made Matt Riddle like a gay Riddler stoner. Like it was right there. Like that's right there. Have him come out in a gay Riddler suit and riddle me this, bro.
Right.
How many joints can I smoke before I say something fucking stupid? You know, it's like it'd be great.
It would be great, man. It would be great. It's the potential there, but I'm looking at that name, and I'm like the first thing I think of. I don't think of just Mercy. I think Vince McMahon. I'm thinking Vince McMahon. I'm thinking this is something that Vince would do, and I'm wondering, is Vince back on the down low?
I don't know. I mean, it could be, could not. I mean, because Mason Rook, that's definitely not a Vince name.
No, it's not.
That's a William Regal name.
But I could see if he goes to the main roster, Vince is going to make him a goofball. But we've seen what Vince does. Like, he'll bring them up just to, like, goof the crap out of them and just have a laugh at them the entire time. That is something that Vince would do, but Vince, no. We could find better talents to laugh at than Mason Rook, okay? Raise the bar.
I don't know if Vince is back in power. I mean, I don't know. It could be, but I will say this is definitely a reason why Triple H will not push LA Knight. He's with the wrong crowd. You don't care that you're smoking on a cigar. It's kind of phallic, you know. It makes him happy, but nah, he sees that everybody in this picture is brown except for LA Knight, and that just pisses him off. So that's why you get no push, buddy. That's right where it's at. Just saying.
Well, yeah, and unfortunately, as long as LA Knight is there, I doubt he's going to get pushed out. I hope TKO changes their mind and like, you know what? Push this guy. He was massively over. He was selling a ton of merch. Push him. Put a title on this guy. So, an Intercontinental title, a U.S. title, something. Anything.
Make
him
the Slim Jim title and give him that shit. I don't care. Give him a belt.
The Slim Jim title. There you go. Hey, if you want to like add sponsorships into your shows, there you go. Have like sponsorship belts.
Yeah, we showed the Mountain Dew title early. Well, yeah, we showed the Mountain Dew title earlier. Give that shit the Liv Morgan Slim Jim title to LA Knight, man. I mean, you could even give like the fucking like Pillsbury Doughboy title to fucking Mason Rook. Let's get this shit going, man.
Boom, right there, man. Hey, you know what? And I guarantee you, there are some fat lard-ass fans out there that will go and buy the Mountain Dew title, the Pillsbury Doughboy title. They'll buy it all.
Do you know how fucking popular the Mountain Dew title would be? I'm not even joking.
Dude.
That type of shit, and WWE is probably already fucking rubbing their greedy hands together when they think about this. This is the type of title that will transcend pro wrestling, and you'll see fucking like Zoomer dorks on stream that they don't even watch pro wrestling. They'll be wearing the Mountain Dew title because they like Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is fucking popular. This is a good idea.
Like they wouldn't know where it's coming from.
Nope.
Like they wouldn't know that it's tied to wrestling. They just know, dude, a Mountain Dew title, whoa.
Oh, dude, there'd be like Clavicle. He'd be walking around on a stream with a fucking Mountain Dew title over his shoulder, you know?
It's like critiquing people's like facial hair. It's like, yeah, this is my Mountain Dew title. Yeah, if you want to look hot, you got to wear this. It'll like even out it'll like make your face look more symmetrical. Yeah.
Did you see dudes walking around on college campuses with Mountain Dew belts? Like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, who knows? I mean, now the real wrestling fans would hate the shit. They would.
Oh yeah.
They'd want to like light it on fire. They probably like buy one to light it on fire on camera and then like just go crazy. But I'm like, you know what? Let TKO make their money. It's WWE. It's all a cash grab. Just enjoy the cheap cash grab. Come on.
Well, remember the McDonald's title not too long ago?
Good point.
Just saying.
Good point.
Yeah. So somebody who should be fired, I don't know if he got fired by now, but he got hacked. Tama Tonga, his account got hacked. No gimmicks, no fake leaders. Just YE and the Solana gang. Check eligibility below. So people clicked on the link and they got malware. I mean, this is the one thing I got to say about any type of social media. Don't ever click on a link unless it's from like a video site or a site that you know on a regular basis that you go to. Otherwise, don't click on any links, man, because there's so many people that want to fuck with you. It's sad. Very pathetic.
Yeah, if you get anything from like even people you follow, like you got to be careful. Like if you're getting links to go check something out, be very cautious because people can get their accounts hacked and then DM you. And then you click on the link and now all of a sudden you get hacked. Like, be very careful.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, let's talk about some bad booking. So, on SmackDown, they had Sami Zayn. He turned on Cody Rhodes, walked away as Gunther choked out Cody Rhodes. And then Joe Tess mentioned that Gunther hasn't signed the contract yet for a WWE Clash in Italy, but it's inevitable. Isn't Clash in Italy like fucking 6 days away? It's like real soon. They might want to get it done soon.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. But it's Sammy turning heel on Cody. Who gives a crap?
So
Who cares?
Dumb. Well, and not only that, but here's why I put it in bad booking, because Sammy, at the very least, he's a babyface. Not a very good babyface, but that's what he identifies as. People, for the most part, they can kind of like him. Painting him out as a heel, how are you going to do that? He's not a good heel promo. He's not like a convincing evil person. Unless you have him go full libtard commie on the crowd, which he won't, then what can you do with him, you know?
Nothing. Like it's not going to go anywhere. Like that's the problem. Is like you have Sammy turn heel on Cody, and Sammy's going to lose, and then what? Like that's
Nothing.
the problem with it.
Well, yeah, you ruin, I think, a guy who's at least the fans are behind him. I think they need to just let him do a fun gimmick. You can tell that man wants nothing more than to do a fun gimmick. When he was doing Gingerbread Man, I never seen him have more fun. That was like him going back to his El Generico days. I say let this guy bring back the mask. Bring back the Gingerbread Man gimmick. Give him something to do. Let him have fun. Let him dance. Let Sammy dance.
Because the way I look at it is like, I know like a lot of fans out there, they want serious wrestling. They want all that. I get it. Okay. And look, if you had a different creative team in there, could they give you a great serious wrestling product? Absolutely. That could captivate you. Sure. But you don't have that. Honestly, the most entertainment you're going to get out of wrestling now is if it's total goof shit. Like that's really the only thing you're going to get out of it now, because they don't have the writers to give you those compelling storylines. So just appreciate the goof shit, you know? Like I think people are asking too much, because like if you know who's running these companies, you know what their limitations are, right?
Especially if Triple H is your filter. It doesn't matter how creative and awesome of a talented writing team you have. It does not matter. You could have like the dream team. If you have Triple H as the nose filter, you're getting a nose filtered product. That's how it is.
It's true, man. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So somebody Triple H would love to have back is Ronda Rousey, but she's too busy making tons of money. 17 million viewers for this. Broke so many records. 12.4 million live viewers for the triple headliner before that. So you could see why they made the money that they did. They got a lot of views. Netflix got a lot of viewers for that shit. So they're definitely going to do it again. MVP is going to do it again. So I'm looking forward to it, and I will definitely watch the next one.
Oh, same here, man. But I mean, hopefully next time we can have a fight that goes longer than 2 rounds, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Well, what they need to do is this, you could tell with the way they booked this card, they wanted it to be fan friendly. And that's what happens when you book like a striker against a grappler. You're going to get that mismatch, you know? So at least with Mike Perry and Nate, they beat the shit out of each other. That was a good fight. So, I mean, overall, I like the card. I thought it was good. But
yeah, it was.
AEW, they got a big signing. Mick Foley is all elite. He confirmed it on his Instagram. And he's said he's extremely happy to be making his debut with AEW, joining Renee Paquette for the Double or Nothing. So yeah, he's joining the panel with her for Double or Nothing. I did not watch the show. It's probably taking place right now. I'd imagine it's going to be long match mark garbage. So yeah, definitely going to miss out on that one. But Tony was talking about what Mick's role is going to be in the company, and he said right now he's working as an on-air host, but I also think with Mick Foley, he's a brilliant wrestling mind. Good God. He's gonna bring insights and ideas. He's gonna work with the wrestlers and have ideas for the show. So I hope he'll contribute in a number of ways. I know he's interested in helping out in every way he can, including as an ambassador, doing media, hosting the shows. He will be at all pay-per-views and sometimes at TV too. Not at every show, but at some of the events and always at the pay-per-views for the most part. He's going to be at a lot of the upcoming events for sure. So I'm very excited to have Mick joining us in AEW and being a part of the team. Dude, he's gonna give this guy the fucking keys of the kingdom. We may see Mick Foley become part of the booking committee, which is just disgusting. Like, and can you imagine having this guy as your ambassador when he says just weird libtarded shit all the time? Fuck.
No, I mean, this is not the kind of guy you want as your ambassador. Like, because he's so tied in with WWE. That's why it's kind of a shock to the system to have this guy just coming in out of nowhere. Like, he had all this time to go over to AEW, and now he's joining. Like, what is he really going to add to the product? Is he going to be exciting? No. He really is not cutting good promos nowadays. So what are you getting out of him other than some washed-up guy from the Attitude Era that had good matches? You know, it had some I'll give him credit. He had entertaining segments, don't get me wrong. But what are you going to get out of Mick Foley now?
Oh, no, Tony was rubbing his hands. He could not wait until his Legends deal expired. Because that's something that Mick confirmed. What is it, late last year? He said, I'm done with WWE after this Legends deal, after I saw him support Trump. So he made up his mind with that, and that was enough for him to be like, okay, I'm going over to the anti-Trump company that, for whatever reason, the owner and his dad have given Donald Trump huge amounts of money for his campaign before.
Right.
You didn't disclose that, did you?
No, don't talk about that, Mick Foley. Oh my God, no. Yeah, don't talk about the fact that Tony Khan and Shahid Khan both donated to the Trump campaign.
It's just hypocrisy, dude. Yeah. Straight up hypocrisy, and anything to make a buck and be featured heavily. And I think that's what it was. He was getting pissed off that WWE wasn't featuring him, and he's like, well, shit, AEW allows me to say fuck ice, and they're going to pay me millions of bucks. I'll go there.
Yeah, you know what? For him, I could completely understand why he would go there. But Tony, what are you getting out of this? I mean, look, what are you getting out of this? You will get nothing other than some fucking fat old guy babbling on the microphone about ice and shit. Like, it's not going to be what you want, Tony.
Yeah, exactly. Tony, though, he was talking about what's going on with Paramount. And he says the Paramount acquiring Warner Bros. Discovery will be great for AEW and is confident the company will stick by AEW after the merger.
They will.
I hope so. I really hope so. And the reason why I hope so is because not only do I want WWE to have competition, but I also want there to be a spot for wrestlers to go outside of WWE where they can get paid really good money. That's why AEW, like, I at the end of the day, yeah, I would love for them to book an entertaining product, but at the very least, Tony is giving these wrestlers a good livelihood. You look at the indies, dude, they're still paying a lot of wrestlers just jack shit, like nothing. Only at the top indies are you getting paid decently. Most of these indies, you'd be lucky to get paid. They're paying, they quote unquote pay you in exposure, so to speak. So, nah, this is a good thing, man. We'll see what happens. I really hope that Tony does get with Paramount.
Yeah, I mean, because you're right. Because like there really are only two companies that are going to pay you very well to sign with them, and that's AEW and WWE. And right now, it's between the two of them, AEW could probably pay you more.
Just saying. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are living very well over there. Look at the contracts of MJF, Mercedes Moné, Swerve Strickland. These people are multimillionaires, and that's just in 1 year. Just saying.
It's true.
But MJF, he was on Ariel Helwani doing a very controversial interview, and he was talking about AEW's success. And he said, right now, wrestling fans are a little disenfranchised with WWE and TKO. It's allowing people who haven't been taking that leap yet to finally say, okay, I've been drinking Diet Coke, let me try Pepsi. People are trying Pepsi and going, not bad. There was a paradigm shift in 2019, and now there's another paradigm shift happening in 2026. We are showcasing young, hungry talent now that all suck. We just feel really special, and we feel very distinct. And I think the biggest reason why, more than anything else, is because when I'm watching All Elite Wrestling, I don't feel like I'm watching somebody play a character. That's not a good thing, bro. Like, I don't know. When I watch wrestling, I want to see fucking characters. I don't want to see athletes.
Right, because they're a dime a dozen. Like, that's what look at Danhausen. Look at the amount of money he's making. Do you think it's because he's a good wrestler, or is it because he's got a character?
Right there. There's a reason why he's in the Batman 2 off of, 3 months being in WWE. Hollywood, ESPN is seeing what this guy can fucking do. It's right there.
It's right there. And then, like, for like people saying, oh, people love what they're seeing in AEW now. Really? Why don't the ratings reflect that?
No, not at all, man.
Like,
Yeah, they're full of shit, man. So MJF was talking about jokes, and this is what he had to say. He said, I find that in the year 2026, people struggle to think a joke now more than ever, which is also what's made me very rich, because I hit a nerve now. It's way easier than when I first started wrestling. Words cut more now than they did when I started. Is that why you never say anything controversial at all? Like, you talk about PG promos, this dude is just basically the slightly edgier Miz, let's be real.
I think the Miz is edgier. I mean, for being real, man.
Could be. So, yeah, you ain't cutting any fucking vicious promos or nothing. But
no.
One of the things that Ariel Helwani, he's good at getting wrestlers to talk shit. So he raised this question, and MJF was very honest.
Beat it out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Can I ask, like, who was the biggest offender of this?
You want me to say a name?
Sure. You told me to ask you the hard question.
The biggest offender?
Yeah. Who came in there thinking, I'm just going to use you all as a stepping stone to go back to New York?
I think it's pretty obvious that that's Malachi Black, but I don't know the guy like on a personal level. Do I think he's a bad guy? No. Do I think he was a mark for like wanting to have his, I need my mania moment? Like, yeah. And there were a couple guys like that, and they got weeded out. And then they went over there, and some of them found out the grass isn't greener.
Right.
And how do you think Tony feels about this when he's in active negotiations right now with Black to come back?
Right. Right. And and maybe like who knows, like maybe this is me just reading too much into it. Maybe that was MJF's way of saying that he and others in the locker room are not cool with that. And they don't want Aleister Black to come back. And this is their because I've noticed that with Dave Meltzer, MJF, and a lot of others, they use their public appearances and their interviews as like ways to kind of get a message across.
True. No, this is true. He was very honest about CM Punk, and this is what he had to say here. So he said his stance on CM Punk hasn't changed. How many times do I have to repeat myself? He's a piece of shit, but he's a great wrestler. There's no longer people in the locker room that look at my company as a stepping stone. We had some guys that came in and they were like, I'm going to show up and be the top guy and go back to Vince. I don't have to look anyone in the eye at work and think to myself, this guy doesn't want to be here. Everyone in my locker room wants to be here. So another example of somebody that's not welcome back in AEW. So CM Punk better be fucking very careful on his last chance here. Just saying.
Absolutely. And notice what he said at the end. My locker room.
It is. With MJF and the power that he pulls, it is his locker room. I mean, he's not my favorite guy right now, but I can't deny that this guy he's gotten himself into a very powerful position with Tony. He is Tony's top guy, without question.
Well, to put it another way, like out of the new guys, he probably is the leader of the locker room. And so like his voice carries a lot of weight in that company. And so when MJF comes out there and pretty much says, Tony, don't bring Aleister Buttcrack back. Don't bring him back. We don't want him back. That's him basically speaking up for the locker room saying, hey, Tony, if you do it, we're not going to be happy. So, but who knows? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe that's not what's happening, but that's kind of the way it looks.
He holds power. And he had something to say about Bret Hart. He said, he's saying crazy shit all the time, and 99% of the time it doesn't make sense. I just think homie's punch drunk, and God bless him, he should be. He's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He's no Shawn Michaels, though.
Oh, God.
When you put him bar for bar against Shawn, I just never understood the comparison. You do realize that Ariel Helwani has a fucking stuffed animal or stuffed figurine of Bret Hart in the background, right? Like, come on, dude.
I mean... right. Like right next to him, too.
Right there.
That's the funny thing, is that he's crapping on Bret Hart, or he's putting Shawn Michaels over Bret Hart. Meanwhile, this guy is literally sitting right next to a Bret Hart doll.
Synchronicity, I tell you.
Boom, right there, man.
Yeah, so he's very honest about Bret. Hey, different opinions, you know. We still think he's great. We put out a top 10 awesome on Patreon today on Bret Hart. You could check that out. But a little bit more about MJF. He got in a very weird conversation about Ariel, about Zionists and what they're all about.
Whatever. You can't win.
It's no different than being American and saying I don't like Trump. Just because you're Jewish, it doesn't mean you have to support every single thing.
I don't agree
that
with
the Israeli
now,
government
I believe
does.
that Jews have a right to exist.
But here's the thing.
Yes.
And
the same way I hope blacks have a right, and Asians have a right, and Hispanics have a right. And
people
so on
have
and so forth.
masked their Jew hate with, I just don't like Zionists. But I'm okay with Jews. No. You hate Jews. Just be open about it. In my opinion.
I think the word Zionist has changed.
It sure as hell has changed.
So here's the thing. The Nazi emblem. I can't believe we're getting into this.
Yeah,
this is the Nazi emblem. To my knowledge, I believe it was a Hindu symbol at one point.
Yes.
And then it got overtaken. So I'm sorry if somebody's wearing a Nazi symbol and they go, whoa, it's fine. This is a Hindu. Fuck you, I'm punching you in the face. I do unfortunately feel Zionism no longer means what it meant when I was a kid and what I was told it meant. Zionism when I was a kid meant be proud to be Jewish and be proud of the fact that we have a place to live in Israel. I don't think that's what it means anymore.
To who?
Because they've changed the...
It does mean the same. They've just changed the meaning. They've changed the meaning because it now means something else to them. They've used it as something else. It is the exact same thing from when you were a kid, in my opinion. That's the way I choose.
And I respect you feeling that way. I don't know if I feel that way anymore.
That's fair. That's fine. And
because
look, here we are, two
words,
people from the same background disagreeing.
Same background.
We're not all the same.
No, we're not all the same. It's more proof, right?
Right.
But all I'm saying is, I think, much like words and their meanings change, if I say the C word in England, it's like saying, what up, bro?
Right.
If I say the C word in America to a woman, or even a man, those are fighting words. I just think that's where we're at with the word Zionist, which is unfortunate because it used to mean a good thing. It no longer means a good thing. Now it's a bad thing. Now, we can get into an argument of should it be a bad thing though? But again, the same argument can be made about that Hindu symbol. It used to mean a good thing. And now when I see
the word woke.
I think of
woke
Nazis.
Was not a bad thing.
Yes,
now it's
woke used to be a good thing.
Yes.
And woke, to my knowledge, was a word that was come up by people of color.
Mm-hmm.
And then white people took the word and they were like, how do we figure out a way to say pussification of America? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I don't feel it's necessarily true, but now I will say I find in the year 2026, people struggle to take a joke now more than ever, which.
So, yeah, this is like, I'm sure a lot of wrestling nerds tuned into that. They're like, I didn't want to watch a Nick Fuentes podcast. What the fuck is this, you know?
But I mean, this is MJF talking about real stuff, man. Like this is stuff that actually affects MJF and Ariel Helwani in their daily life. So if you care about wrestling, you should also care about the wrestlers and the stuff that affects them. And this does affect them, you know? So, you know, this is just how they feel. This is just how they feel. This is how they feel about what's going on in the world. And, you know, I really hope that everybody could just get along. And I really, more than that, I hope that, there isn't a draft, because if young kids start coming back in coffins, yeah, just saying.
I mean, at the same time, you see the pussification of the youth nowadays, and they could use a little toughening up. I'm just saying. Yeah. Now, I don't know if a draft will do it, but they need some sort of toughening up. That's for damn sure. That's the reason why we have the weird fans that we do now, man. Just saying. But it is time for Breaking Bones News, where we talk about what's going on in the wrestling world. These wrestlers are hurting, man. Jim Ross, he got a diagnosis, so he's being monitored for potential dementia and Alzheimer's disease following neurological testing. So maybe that's why Tony's been keeping him off TV. I've been thinking about that. I'm like, why has Jim Ross been kept off TV? Maybe because of this. So hearts and prayers go out to Jim Ross. Hopefully you can overcome this. I would definitely say smoke a fat blunt, man. It definitely helps with dementia and Alzheimer's. Just saying.
Yeah, man, it could help. I mean, what do you got to lose? Seriously.
Yeah, seriously. You're already at home. You're doing nothing anyways. They already smoking backstage. Fuck it, you know. But I will say 2 big stars are possibly out. That's not good. Logan Paul and Sol Ruka reportedly sustained injuries coming out of last night's Saturday night main event. So Logan appears to have injured his leg, while the nature of Sol's injury remains unknown at this time. Hopefully they're very small injuries, because these are 2 people who we'd like to see a lot of stock put behind. We'd like to see a very big push for both Logan and Sol, because they both show a lot of potential.
No, absolutely. And people were giving Sol a bunch of crap for the botches that have been happening. I mean, it's probably nerves more than anything. I would say, you know what, just give her time. She'll acclimate, she'll get used to it, and I think you'll get the Sol Ruka that you were promising about 6 months from now, when the nerves have settled and she's kind of, because it's all brand new to her.
She was rushed in. I think that's the biggest thing about her. She was really rushed into things. So this is what you get, man. I mean, especially when you rush her in with Becky Lynch. No, you got to. I thought the best way to bring her in was Zariah. You had a tag team partner. Tag teams is always the best way to bring somebody in. So yeah, there it is. We'll see what happens there. But it's time for some outlaw mud shit. So I just want to show you right off the bat. Look how bad the attendance has got for TNA Impact. You thought it was just us, you know, talking about how bad the show got, but then other people found out. Look at this. Look at the floor. Look at this shit.
Look at the floor. So
oh my God.
I want to dispel the narrative. So there's a narrative going around to counter this saying, yeah, but that was the hot cam side. If you look at the other side, it's full. And which is another way of saying it was half empty.
Yeah. That's what it really comes down to, is it's a half empty arena. And notice they did this for AEW all the time. We were always showing, like, well, I can't forget Copeland coming out. Adam Copeland comes out and he looks over he had to go look over to one side. He couldn't run to both sides like he usually do for his WWE entrance. He had to run over to fucking the only side that was packed, because the other side was dirt empty. That's what AEW had to do. They packed everybody all on one side.
It's a shame, man. It's really a shame that TNA, and let's be real. Let's be totally real about why TNA's in this position. Is it because of the talent? No. Is it because of the deals that they have? No. Is it because of the WWE partnership? No. It's the creative team that they have. It's Hunter Johnson and Tommy Dreamer. Now, if you want to keep them in the company but put them in different roles, fine. But running creative, you've seen what it's gotten you, and it's getting you half-empty crowds.
Well, apparently, one of the guys that's involved in creative, Carlos Silva, is very fine with being called a cuck on TV. Take a look.
Silva.
That's not something to be fucking joking about and be laughing about, bro. We already were calling you the cuck chair guy, and now you got wrestlers calling it to you on TV. Come on, man.
Come on. What are we doing here?
I don't know. I don't know what Carlos is doing. I've given up on trying to help out Carlos. He's gone full on Mark. He's gone over the dark side. There's no taking him back. It's the way it is.
With me, I'm at the point like I just don't even care about TNA.
Yeah, you should.
Like, they're almost in my rear view now. Like I just don't even care. Whatever they're doing, I'm just going to ignore.
And the same goes for NWA. And I wanted to give NWA a chance too, because after that last NWA Power review, we were like, okay, not too bad, good pacing. But then, like most companies, they always have to fuck up a good show right afterwards. And they decided to bring in the worst wrestler in the fucking universe, Effy, to compete for them. I don't care how fucking desperate you are, you never bring in Effy. When Sean Ross Sapp can out-wrestle you, you are fucking bad at your job, and you should quit fucking wrestling. You terrible, terrible fucking wrestler. Quit your job. Go away.
Well, he's a terrible wrestler. Like, and is he really going to bring much more attention to NWA than they currently have? I mean, I highly doubt it. Like, no one's talking about Effy. No one gives a crap. So,
well, that's the thing is they get him when he's like in his dead period. He's already past his prime. If you were going to get him, it would have been like, I guess, post-COVID, when at least they were talking about him for the weird gay shit, the weird rip-off Joey Ryan shit he did on the internet. So, I mean, at least back then he had the internet talking about him. Nowadays, back when he was choking like Marco Stunt with Dolos and shit, like he had the internet talking about him. We did top 10 sucks about him. Now, like, he's barely relevant. I'm surprised he's even wrestling.
Right. I mean, I'm surprised that I'm really like I get what Billy's trying to do. He's scraping the bottom of the barrel, but my God, like if it's at the bottom of the barrel, that's probably a reason why, and you're probably not going to get much out of it. And if you end up letting him go, he's probably going to call you a homophobe. Like, it's just what are you getting out of it? What's the point?
There is no point at all to bring in an Effy. He's just going to ruin the company, and he's going to make it even more unwatchable. It's like they reap what they sow. But it's time for some old school road stories. Now, we were talking about Joey Ryan. I got an old school Joey Ryan story for you from Roxanne Perez. So, Joey Ryan says he was stupid with 17-year-old Roxanne Perez didn't groom her. So, in 2020, Perez, then wrestling as Roxy, claimed that Ryan had openly talked about flirting with her, despite him being 40 and her being 17 at the time. Yeah. In a car ride, Perez didn't want to be a part of. Ryan allegedly made his move, asking if she wanted gum in case they wanted to make out and get down. She said, I assumed it was common knowledge for a 40-year-old man to not flirt with someone underage. Yeah, but obviously not. The first uncomfortable moment or comment he made to me at a show was, I feel so bad for flirting with you. He replied, I feel so bad for flirting with you because you're 17. I could be your dad. Gee, who does she call a dad now? Makes me think. And laughed. During the mostly quiet and uncomfortable car ride, he asked for a piece of gum. And here's the last part. In response, Ryan claimed that he was stupid with Perez, but he was not grooming the future WWE superstar. I was flirting with Alex Gracia, normal for us. Roxy walked over and I said, I can't flirt with you. I'm old enough to be your father. Stupid, yes. Grooming, no. And she doesn't claim that. But if you insist, her dad was part of our feud, so was he helping? What the fuck? I don't know what to make out of what I just read, but good Lord, that sounds weird.
Joey Ryan's a very weird guy, and he's been blackballed from the business for a reason. I'll put it that way. So, I'm not surprised by the allegations. I'm really not.
Yeah, not at all. And that's the thing is, more allegations just keep on coming up about Joey, dude. He's at the point I don't ever think he's going to be able to make a return to pro wrestling. That's the way it is. You can turn your life over to Christ, that's good, man, but you got a long way to repent in the pro wrestling circle. They're a bunch of godless heathens anyway, and they hate Christians, so you're just making yourself more repellent to them anyways.
That's a good point.
Somebody who was very repellent to pop culture, to mainstream, had a big middle finger to it, was New Jack. So I found something pretty cool. New Jack did stand-up. We're going to show you 2 minutes of it.
If you go to fucking YouTube and type in, I tried to type this shit in. True story. I typed in New Jack, S-T-A, and all of a sudden, 15 stabbing videos came up. I couldn't even finish spelling out Stan. It's just, that was it. It was a wrap. And see, when I stabbed, I didn't I tried to cut your motherfucking lungs out. And went to court, was on trial for this shit and got offered time for this shit. And I'm sitting in court, I'm like, God damn, man, I'm about to go back to jail again. What the fuck? I'm like, man, tell the man we was just play fighting. The shit comes on the news, and they showed it, and this is actually what got me off. The fucking DA says, Your Honor, look, he stabbed him 15 times. And I was like, I snorted coke that night. And I was drinking that night, but I don't remember 15. That's enough. So when they played this shit back on TV in slow motion, this is how I beat it. I only stabbed him 9. And the shit got thrown out of court. Yeah. And the motherfucking interviewer comes up to me and says, well, Mr. New Jack, Jerome Young, whatever the fuck your name is, so what you gonna do now? I said, I'm going to Disney World, bitch.
Oh, damn.
Dude, I love the part where he's like, just say we were play fighting.
Love it. You gotta love New Jack. He's hysterical. He's
yeah,
absolutely hysterical. Love New Jack.
Yeah, so yeah, he did some good stuff, but Jim Ross had a very strange conversation that he was having with his co-host, and it was about different jack-off techniques. Take a look.
Yeah, loneliness. I thought they should make a glove.
A glove? Like a coal miner's glove?
Well, not quite that coarse,
Okay.
but a glove for us old guys to simulate masturbation.
All righty. This is JR After Dark, and we are glad that you guys have joined us here today. Yeah, the Love Glove. It's on the Book of Ideas. Jim, let me put a smile on your face. I don't know if you know.
I think it's just like his
God.
old age, dude. He's just getting like, there's no limits to his perversion. He's just flat out saying on his podcast, yeah, the J's got a fat ass and I want to bury my face in it. Oh shit, did I just say that? You know, there's no limits, no filter anymore. It's just, he's going for it.
He's selling barbecue flavored jerk off gloves on his site. He's going crazy. He's going wild. And that's what you get from JR as he's going senile. And you know what? Damn it. Okay. Take senile JR. You put him on commentary, you get gold right there. You get uncensored, unhinged gold. Put him with Mauro Ranallo, and I'm telling you, it's the best commentary team that wrestling has ever had.
But you got to take Morrow off his meds, so we get Matic Morrow with the
Yes.
fucking Joker lipstick and the dynamite.
The bomb is gonna go up somewhere in the building.
Oh, if only. If only. But you know what, though? We got Sting back in the day, and he did QVC ads late at night. So here, if you were up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you might have seen this.
The dropping from the ceiling, that's got to be some fun.
My sphincter is still tight.
Say hello with that. Gonna be a good 2 hours here.
It's cable.
Been here for 12 years on QVC. We've never heard that word before. All right.
I might sneak it in again.
Let's go to the phones. Say goodbye to Eric, everybody.
Great talking
Say so
to you,
long. Great
Sphincter.
talking to you. Woo! 861-496. Well, that was live, wasn't it?
That was my good buddy Sphincter Bischoff.
Whoa!
Where I grab a guy like this by the head, he's looking up at the sky, and I fall backwards and drop him on the back of their head, and that was a good moment to give that to Sphincter Bischoff.
Look, if it's live, they want to say hi to somebody, you said sphincter, what the heck? Anything can happen over the next
See,
2 hours.
you slipped it now.
They didn't even give a shit back in the day. They're getting paid millions of dollars by Eric Bischoff. They diss him on fucking QVC. They don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah. Well, and you know, and they were getting a lot of Hollywood opportunities. Like, for those that don't know, like Nash had a lot of Hollywood opportunities. He was like in Ninja Turtles 2. He was in The Punisher, and even played a giant Indian. I'm not sure what shitty action show from the 1980s this was, but here's Indian Nash. And come to find out, he actually has native blood, so I guess it made sense. He drinks like a native, that's for sure.
It's like, hey, man, give me some of that fire water. Come on, man.
Oh, dude, yeah. That's a lot of fire and water for him, for sure. So, yeah, that's what he was going down with. But let's go ahead and talk about Mark Henry. He got into a altercation with Kevin Nash back in the day, along with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. So it got to the point where he basically threatened Shawn Michaels' life. So here's the story.
I do have to ask you, kind of off the back of the hazing thing you were talking about. You've talked about this publicly, that you were sent to Canada because you threatened to kill Shawn Michaels.
Well, that was one of those cases where it wasn't just Shawn. It was like I had it up to here. And Sid Vicious, God rest his soul, was the one that incited the riot. I broke my ankle, and like I said, wrestlers are acting sometimes and very childish, and they hid my crutches. So now I'm sitting there. I can't go to the bathroom. I can't go get something to drink. You know, I can't leave the hazing. So everybody's just, oh, man, that's messed up, man. They took your crutches, you know. And then right about that time, the clique shows up. And it's Shawn, it's Razor, it's Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash, and Sid, and X-Pac wasn't there yet. It was like, you know, them guys. And I told Shawn, I said, hey, man, I don't feel like playing. Like, enough is enough. Like, yeah, I've been doing this all day. I'm done. And he was like, but how are you going to get home? You know, he just kept on pushing the button. And I say, you too little to be talking to me, man. I'll kill you. I said, there ain't enough people standing behind you right now to stop me from taking your life. And you over here playing with your life like that. And he's like, what? Who are you talking to? I said, I'm talking to you. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. I said, if y'all want to do something, now is the time. I had a cast on my leg. I said, go for it. I said, if you don't kill me, I'm going to kill every last one of you when I get back. And Sid is, I said, and him, like, get out of here, man. I said, he going to be the first one to run like a coward when he see what I do to one of y'all. It's the guys that talk the most. It's the guys that get all bent out of shape. They ain't comfortable with pain. I grew up with pain. I seen as a kid. I seen dead bodies. Think I'm afraid of you? Shawn was like, hey, y'all need to do something with this dude. He is nuts. I wasn't nuts. I was real. And Vince was like, damn it, you can't threaten the top guys. I said, he wasn't acting like a top guy. I said, he challenged me. Ain't no man gonna stand in front of my face and challenge me like that and not be suited for it. At least have a gun in your hand or something. I've had guns pulled on me before. I'm still here.
Sometimes that's what you got to do in the locker room, especially back then, man, when they hazed everybody. You got to stick up. You got to stick up for yourself because, like, that's where the name the clique came from. Is everybody runs in cliques backstage? And notice how he didn't dare mention Triple H's name, and you know Triple H was backstage. I mean, Triple H did the blackface. You know, fucking what did he had X-Pac coming out dressed as a gorilla. So it's like, nah, I think he was conveniently leaving out some names there. But I will say that was the most coherent Mark Henry interview I've ever heard. Give him that.
Give him credit, man. He didn't sound like a brain dead potato. He was just going out there talking, you know, talking his stuff, you know, sounding eloquent, kind of, sort of. But yeah, man, I mean, hey, you know what? And that's the thing, like Mark Henry back in the day, super fucking intelligent. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what he did to his brain. But I'll tell you, man, back in the day, just even 10 years ago, Mark Henry was a smart guy.
Well, you could see that there's charisma there, just even in that interview that he's doing. You could see that he's a good storyteller. I mean, he caught us off guard with the John Cena heel turn. That was,
I will never retire.
That caught us completely off guard. So that's some great acting from him, man. But yeah, it's time for Modern Wrestlers Are Marks, where we talk about the marks that have taken over the business. So first, we're going to go ahead and start out with Anthony Bowens, who had this to say. He was saying, what is it? He talks about, what is it, going to Madison Square Garden. He says, that's one of my career goals. I'm pretty sure I heard MJF say the same thing. That's one of my career goals, is to wrestle there. So hopefully one day we can make it happen. People are delusional if they think we wouldn't sell MSG out. We got 14K over in Queens. They said the same thing about Wembley, that we wouldn't put 80K in there, and we sold that place out. We would do it. First off, you didn't sell out Wembley. Like, I was back in the day, I was one of the few that was calling that shit out and saying, dude, they will not sell out. I got massively mocked online for it. And lo and behold, look at the official British number. They did not sell out. They got 72K. So they did not sell out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we were telling you back then, man, with the attendances, like, it was not sold out. We were telling you that, and lo and behold, there it was, not sold out. They lied.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Is like, that's why when the marks ever try to tell you that you're in the wrong type of thinking, know that you're thinking ahead. That's how most fans should look at that. In a situation like this, let's look at the facts. Last time that they ever did anything in MSG, it wasn't even a sellout. They did that, what is that, crossover show with Ring of Honor. Back before they were officially AEW. Remember that? The crossover show they did? What is it, back in 2019, I want to say? It was right around there. Something they had Enzo and Cass versus like Jimmy Tonga and Tama Tonga.
Yeah.
Yeah, back during that event. They only got 11K. They did not sell it out.
No, they didn't. I mean, it was good. I mean, for a first ever, mega show of its kind, it was good, but I mean, it was not totally sold out. But yeah, like I think what was it? It was All In, I think is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Even for their first big event, where they had Ring of Honor, they had New Japan coming together for this. Even with the New Japan and Ring of Honor branding, they could not get anything above 11K. So no, it's not going to be a sellout. And even, especially with AEW's popularity dropping, there's a reason why they had to do All In Texas, because they can't do it any other place. They can't go back to London. They're not going to do Wembley again. What do you expect them to do?
Right. What are you expecting? I mean, come on.
Yeah. So, Austin Theory had the following to say recently. He said on his internet critics, "You're just this guy that sits in your mom's basement eating pizza rolls all day." So a little bit more on it. He said, well, speaking on the Battleground podcast, this is what he had to say about his critics. 5 years from now, you're going to really respect Austin Theory. And you all do, truthfully. But the side of you that's not real, that you try to show the internet where you're like, this guy can't wrestle. This guy don't have charisma. Look, we all know you can't wrestle, and we all know you have no charisma. That's why most of you have zero girlfriends or zero girl experience at all, because you're just this guy that sits in your mom's basement eating pizza rolls all day and saying, wow, I wish I could be Austin Theory, but I'm going to top that. No, I hate him because I want to be him. That's what this is all about. I'm sure they're all scrambling to fucking hit up 16-year-olds on Instagram, just saying. Allegedly. So if you didn't hear that, yeah, that is a story about him that came out during his full fucking Me Too canceling. And of course the nerds, they slammed him on that, just saying. But let's talk about Becky. Becky had the following to say recently on kayfabe being dead in WWE. She said, the fact that we know what kayfabe means is dead. And we have a show about it being dead. It is dead because we have wrestling journalists that want to know the secrets and then tell the secrets before the secret happens. Then how come we popped hard for Brock Lesnar? That's what I'm really wondering. How come we reacted like we did for Brock Lesnar? I don't think anybody's looking at that. How come people are still able to have secrets hold out on wrestling? All the secrets that we're hearing about now, they're not beneficial to pro wrestling. They really aren't. Like most of this news, it's kind of like take it or leave it. A couple of the news stories in the beginning, but it's like, dude, secrets are a good thing. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that these wrestlers are going on interviews and blowing all of it open. They're letting everybody know the secrets. Becky Lynch, if she was a true star, she wouldn't be doing Unreal. She'd be like, nah, I'm going to sit out of Unreal. Like CM Punk did. Didn't Punk do that too? Say, hey, I don't want to be featured on Unreal? I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Becky. She got responded to by Dave Meltzer, who said, let's blame the reporters when the bookers and promotions present a product with zero thought to actual believability. I don't know what this is about right here. I don't know what's going on right here, but it's just basically Dave saying that that the bookers and promotions present a product with zero thought to actual believability, yet here he is sticking up for AEW any chance he gets. You have one of the most sports-orientated programs on there, and you're sticking up for them all the time. So who are you to talk, So I don't know what's going on with that type of situation right there, but very strange from Dave. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one here. We got this guy right here. I don't know what the fuck he was going for. If he was going for some like Transformers type gimmick. If he's a belt transfer. What the fuck is this, dude? Look at all these stupid belts he has on. I don't even know what the fuck's going on here. I don't know if
you're looking guy right there.
I don't know if this is Sasha Banks. I don't know what the fuck's going on right here. Oh, okay, cool. You're back, man. All right. Yeah. So
leave.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I didn't hear you for like a good 3 minutes.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, here's the belt dork right here doing his thing. Let's go ahead and show you Booker T. So Booker had the following to say on Michael Cole, and here's what he had to say. He said, "Michael Cole changed my life. He changed my life. He really did. Michael Cole put me on the commentary team for no damn reason. The thing is, I knew I sucked. I knew how bad I sucked at that desk when I was doing it, and I stayed there for 3 or 4 years. Then I left and I came back. I was like, why does Cole keep me around? But Cole saw something in me. He knew I could do the job, but he knew I had to be me when I was doing the job. And finally, I'm getting a chance to be me in NXT. There was no way I should be doing what I'm doing right now. I really shouldn't be. I really should not be what I'm doing. If it wasn't for Michael Cole bringing me a part of the broadcast team and believing in me and working with me and sucking me off underneath the desk, it's amazing. He's an amazing dude. He really is." Wow. To see somebody who this is what sucks about doing top 10 awesomes about veterans, even veterans who don't compete nowadays, because they still say marky shit from time to time. Like from time to time, a theoretical gun gets held up to Booker T's head or another veteran we respect. That's just how it is.
You hate to see it, man. You hate to see Booker T cuck out like that and put over Michael Cole. Michael Cole of all commentators. Now, granted, he's not Joe Testicle bad, but he's a pretty bad commentator in his own right. It's just not a personality. He just adds nothing to the show. Not a good storyteller. He's not like JR's specialty was the storytelling, getting you invested, using his personality to get you invested. And Michael Cole does none of that. Michael Cole is just like the corporate soundboard guy. Like if they need like a hashtag whatever spammed out there, that's what Michael Cole's job is, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, I hate to see Booker T having to put this guy over. Hate to see it.
Dude, Cole's getting power in the company. That sucks.
Yeah,
Ugh. Terrible. Cornette recently went off on Sarah Radoff, who said, "My husband, Jay Johnston, is an actor and comedian with a career spanning over 3 decades. We lost everything on J6." And Jim Cornette said,
hold on. You ignorant douchebag! A bunch of domestic terrorists attacked the U.S. Capitol, trying to keep the loser who instigated it in the office he disgraced. Even if Schindler pardons him and gives him our fucking tax money, decent people want nothing to do with you or any of them.
He's fucking insane. He's such a crazy fucking idiot. And that's the whole thing, too. It's like, from people like us, we look at the whole political aspect, which Jim Cornette constantly focuses on, and look at him like, dude, you're a moron. Like, granted, you're going after Trump, who's not a great person, but at the same time, you would have picked Kamala Harris, who's not much better. It's like picking, South Park had it perfectly, picking between, what is it, a douche sandwich, a turd sandwich and a giant douche. That's what it is every fucking time. Doesn't matter. Republican, Democrat, either side.
No, because the powers that be still want their agenda going forward. Even whether it's a Democrat or Republican, and you're seeing it with Trump, and you saw it with Biden, you're seeing it with Trump. It's the same agenda going forward. 15-minute cities, the power outages, the microchip, all of it's coming. Or maybe it's not, who knows? The future is fluid. A lot of things can happen. And the good thing is that people are waking up to it. They're having the wool pulled from their eyes, and they're seeing the world for what it really is. And so that's the good thing. That's the shining spot of hope right there.
Well, somebody who has been very fluid lately in their workouts is Charlotte Flair, who said, "My trainer, breathe, me, too busy being magical, pretty, and struggling." So if you look closely at this picture, she's actually blowing bubbles while she's doing a leg lift. And I guess, yeah, the dude's putting the fucking bubble wand in front of her mouth. What type of weird fetish is this? Is this a get off Triple H? Who is this for?
I think it's for Triple H, because if we're being honest, look, you know what? Props to her for the struggle she had to overcome, but she says she's magical, pretty, and struggling. She's neither of those.
Well, what was the struggle? Getting her dick cut off? I don't get it. I mean,
it was a struggle. She's struggling with every night. She's like, "Where is it? Where is it? I miss my wiener." Well, you know what? You went ahead and did it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, fucking put a potato bag clip up there to dilate your thing. I don't know, man. Do something. But
do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. But Charlotte, I'm sorry, Chelsea. She had to do some defending, you know, because people were giving her bullshit about the whole UFC Freedom 250 FanFest. And here's what she had to say. She said, "Doing my job and supporting the community are not mutually exclusive. I'll continue to do what I can to advocate for human rights, whether you approve or not." So, in other words, it's I get to do what I want and fuck you. I can say what I want against Trump on TV and on my social media account, but if I take a paycheck and appear next to him and suck his dick, allegedly, then you can't say shit. It's part of the job.
Yeah, it's part of the job. I mean, but like the thing with her is like she had to have known. It's like if you pander to SJWs, of course they're going to eat you alive when you do stuff like this. It's like, yeah, granted, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I understand that, but know your audience. Know what you're doing. Like you spend the past 10 years pandering to these SJWs, and now you're doing this. Of course, they're going to eat you alive over it.
As I should, but you know what though? Her husband has even eaten her alive with weird memes. So here's a weird meme he put out about her. Look what he did to his own wife. He drove her insane with his obsession for action figures going up his ass. Look at what he did. You know what? Let's look at it this way. Maybe Matt Cardona made Chelsea into a psychotic Karen. Maybe she was once a fucking cool, hot Canadian chick back in the day, and then she started dating Cardona, and he fucked her head up so bad that she became like a crazy liberal commie from Canada. Who knows?
What? It's like, at what point do you say, you know what, I'm just going to leave this guy? Like, what does he really bring to the relationship other than, poop-soaked action figures? Like, what does he bring? Tell me. I don't know what he brings.
Maybe he's like a member of the gay mafia and gets like I don't know, some money on the side, drug money on the side. He's a butt mule. Who knows? Who knows what he does? Who knows? But somebody that's good friends with them, Steph DeLander, she's got a little OnlyFans deal for y'all. So, psst. My OnlyFans site is still free.
Nope, that tells you free.
That tells you how much she values herself, buck naked. Free. You get to see the surgically altered boobs for free, and not in a good way.
Nah. Even for free, we don't want to go see your scarred pig tits. So fucking bitch, go away. Go away. Fuck you. Don't do OnlyFans. Like if you want to do it for the blind, do it for them, okay? But for people with eyes that work, no.
Yeah, we don't need your fried egg, fucking zipper tits. We're good on that shit. But Triple H was saying, this is the smartest guys in WWE. The Rock, Seth, Cody, Roman, and Dave Bautista. Look how fucking huge Triple H's nose looks in that picture. His nose is getting bigger. I think he's turning into like the real life Pinocchio. The nose just keeps on growing with all the shitty booking decisions. So yeah, like here's his list of fucking geniuses. Dave Bautista definitely has a chunk of his brain missing. I mean, he's practically a bald woman at this point. Roman Reigns is, I'll give Roman credit. Roman's got, he's a smart dumbass. Like, he's like probably the smartest kid on the fucking short bus. I'll give him that. Cody Rhodes is fucking retarded. Seth Rollins is motherfucking retarded. The Rock is probably the smartest of them all. I'll give The Rock credit.
I agree with that. I think The Rock is. But notice who he left out of there.
Himself.
Not only himself. What about me, asshole?
Punk's a retard. Anybody who truly knows Punk knows he's a hypocritical retard. So, yeah, that's how it is. But we don't usually do this, but I'm going to show you a fan. This fan is so crazy. Look at this shit. This is where the fan base is. Ricky the Dragon Rubinoso or whatever said, "If you love someone, let them free and explore. If they think you're the one, they'll come back to you, and you won't have anything to worry about. It's why evil should let EO explore." Dude, this is the sad thing, is that these fucking fans think that they have a shot with the wrestlers. Even the ugly ones. Even if they're married, they don't care. They still think they got a shot. This motherfucker, he thinks that he can fucking be a third wheel in this relationship. He thinks he can swing her on fucking her honeymoon night. The illusion is huge. You see why they show up at wrestlers' doorsteps.
Yeah.
You see why they do the crazy shit they do. Just saying.
Well, and like the guy that they AI'd into that. I mean, come on. Now we know the guy in real life probably looks like something that waddled out of a sewer, and probably smelling like just like rancid fucking mule shit and just alligator spunk, and it's like the most disgusting garbage that you could imagine. He probably smells like, and he probably looks like. I'm sorry. Even if you think Io Sky is hot, where are the freaking boundaries, man? Come on. She just got married to this guy. Like, have some respect. Come on.
There is no respect. There is no boundaries. And he'd be like one of those fucking cuck idiots that never had a girlfriend, but would yell from the top of the mountains, would say, "That's not your property. Don't you claim that she's your property." It's like, bro, they're in a relationship. They're married. Fuck you. She don't know who the fuck you are. Fuck off. You're not Prince Charming. You're not going to come and swoop her up off of her feet away from this fucking blonde Shinsuke Nakamura looking motherfucker. Dude, it's not going to happen.
I can just imagine this fucking single digit IQ, 500-pound neckbeard, and his trilby hat. Go, "Excuse me, my lady. I would like to save you and take you back to my neckbeard cave." I could just see this like fat waddling piece of crap hitting on her.
I would hope that Io Sky and all of the divas for that matter, I would hope they all at this point have bear mace on them and spray the fuck out of these fat retards. Like, they deserve to be on the ground for a good 30 minutes crying from the intense pain of mace being sprayed in their eyes. Like, they deserve to suffer for daring to have these delusions.
Just make that blob of fat just like cry on the ground. That's, damn it, because I'm sorry. Look, I don't like Io. I've been public. I believe my brother, him and I are on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't like Io.
She sucks.
She sucks, like, in every way. Bad promos. Doesn't even try to learn English. Her in-ring is massively overrated. She's not hot. She's not pretty. She's got no charisma. There's nothing to her. But, like, even with that being said, even from us, even we could say, you know what? From a human perspective, just let her enjoy her marriage. She's been waiting to marry this dork for years. And she finally married him. Let them be happy. Let them have their honeymoon. But these trilby-wearing fat fucks have to go and harass her on their honeymoon. Where's the respect?
Fucking weirdos, man. But you know what, though? I will say that the fat wrestlers stick up for the other fat wrestlers. And they fry the fans if they try to. So, Piper Niven said, "The fricking balls on you, mate. If Mason Rook, WWE, and me are even somewhat related, then you're our weird uncle that mom makes us invite to family gatherings because it'll make Gran happy. You look like an inflamed toenail and you probably smell like one to boot. Don't ever talk to me or my son." Oh, again, Mason Rook, WWE, I'll hold him down and you just sit on his ribs. Go on about it, lad. See, this is what the type of fat fuck bullying that's going on. They literally want to get these fans and fucking sit on them and kill them. Look at this.
Yeah, these fans, man. Now, look, granted, the fans are crazy. The fans are crazy, but you know what? Don't kill the fans. Just make fun of them, mock them. Do what we do. Just mock them.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I understand you don't maybe crush the ribs. I'm cool with that. Crush a couple ribs, but also if you're sitting on them, just shit yourself. Just fucking let out a big fucking earthquake or fucking Andre the Giant fart and shit yourself at the same time. And that will really spread the message. That's the way to do it. But like, I don't know if you saw it, but like when everybody was railing on Mason Rook online, Piper Niven came to his rescue. Danhausen came to his rescue. All these wrestlers came to the rescue of Mason because how dare we body shame him for how he looks. And they don't understand. It would be like an even jobbier version of Chris Hero, like the Temu version of Chris Hero, because at the very least Chris Hero had a massive fucking resume outside of WWE. This guy was a fucking huge indie name before he got fat as shit. Chris Hero, fat as fuck, being pushed into the main event over all other wrestlers. That's what it's like. They don't understand.
Well, I'll tell you what. Okay, they want their work rate. Let's do an exchange. I'll tell you what. If they do this, I might watch NXT. You take Mason Rook, whatever fucking dumpster indie fed Chris Hero's working at, do a trade. Do a trade. Trade Mason Rook for Chris Hero. You put Chris Hero on NXT every week. I might have to watch.
Oh, dude, West Coast Pro would fucking love to have Mason Rook. They would bend over backwards to have Mason Rook come to their indie buttfuck showcase company. They're the one company that sucks because dude, they're really close to us, but they put on some of the marquee fucking shows. And it doesn't help that Michael Cole shouting them out on fucking Raw and West Coast Pro. Shut up, you fucking nerd.
I'm imagining these fat rainbow-haired losers. I'm just imagining them. Oh my god! We got Mason Rook. Oh my god!
Well, look at it this way: when GCW was the first American company to really show him off. When they showed him off, every fucking American indie wanted to book him. NXT jumped on the fucking bandwagon because he was dirt cheap. He wasn't charging that type of money that you get with like a TNA contract or anything. So like, dude, let's swoop up this fat fuck dirt cheap, and they did. Pushed him in the main event. Just a really bad signing. But the fans, they can get really crazy. And Roxanne, she put together a montage video of some stalker. Look at this shit. So this guy literally is stalking her everywhere she goes as she gets off of the airport. Stalking her hotel while she's waiting outside the airport for a taxi, for an Uber. Look at this shit. And she knows it the whole time. She has to know some fucking weirdo is perving on her shit.
Oh, yeah.
Look, like, this is how the fans are, man. This is how fucking weird they get and the shit they'll do. And look at the multiple angles, too. So this guy had, he had a fucking jack-off montage for probably 3 hours. This poor girl just trying her best to mind her own business while this pervert was jacking off to her. It's gross, man.
You know what? I wish CM Punk was there to just punch this guy in the face.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Break his fist, and everybody would laugh at him, but,
I mean, if anything, it's entertainment. So that's the good thing about it. But, yeah, it's just like... I can see why the female wrestlers are so apprehensive to meet the male fans nowadays, dude. They look at what they've created. Just saying. I will say Shiloh, though. He said, Mr. NXT, Shiloh WWE is here. And Ariana Grace said he's not pageant material. Shiloh said, weird way to tell us you have no fashion sense. You're coming out looking like a gay version of Clockwork Orange. Like, I don't blame her for saying what she did, man.
I mean, he's looking like a fucking, like a downy version of Buff Bagwell. But you know what? Damn it, I love the guy. He's talented. He's got charisma. He's got potential. But he is a goof.
He's a total goof, man. But Gunther is a goof, but you got to take him seriously. That's the thing. So he said, after I beat Cody, then Brock can challenge me, and we'll do that. So this is what I love about the ego of this fucking jobber. Not he challenges Brock, but Brock challenges the almighty Gunther.
My God, it's like,
Good
no,
Lord.
Don't. You know what? I bet Brock is like, I bet Brock is refusing to have that match.
I bet that's why he went away at the first time, because they were probably pitching that match to him. And he's like, I'm going to retire. I'll just work with Obi again. And that's what he probably did. I bet you anything he retired because they pitched Gunther. And he said, you know what? Probably to Paul Heyman on the down low. I'm going to take a couple weeks off, and I'll come back and we'll resume the Oba feud, do it at SummerSlam. I'll get my victory back.
Yeah, because I just don't think that it was like a long planned out thing that Brock had. It was, I'm going to fake my retirement and then come back. No, I don't think that was the case. I think that what happened that night was probably legit, and then words were exchanged. He was talked back into coming back to WWE. So that's what I think happened. But who knows?
Big time, man. Yeah. So Missy Hyatt had some Mark shit to say. She said, I just heard Brock Lesnar is back. Did they find a woman to woo him back with urination videos? Did a big wig procure him as a woman for a negotiation perk? Or did he just want to get out of the house, since those previous allegations are never fun to discuss with your wife if you're home 24/7? So yeah, the biggest spunk rag from the 80s, Missy Wideclit, felt the need to fucking mouth off on this bullshit. It's like, bitch, don't you have an OnlyFans? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like you're not one to talk, Missy Hyatt, you freaking gross lady. Good God. Just, if you know her past, you know how gross she is, and you know that she has no right to talk.
Well, especially when we were doing that feature and we were talking about Wrestler Speaks on 4chan. Yeah, nah, she had a very, very dirty past. Yeah, even what was it, the past stories we were talking about, road stories. This woman, she's got a lot of miles. She makes Dawn Marie look like a fucking first-year car. Just saying.
Yeah, very, very, very dead. Like, honestly, and I'm not, I believe this. She is the dirtiest woman in the history of pro wrestling.
Dirtier than Sunny, and that says a lot. That says a lot, dude. I mean, think about it. Dirtier than Jenna Jameson. Let's just say that much. I think.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, nah, she's a dirty, dirty woman. So, yeah, that's like, especially coming from Missy. Like, nobody was talking about you for the longest time at all. Like, nobody gave a fuck about Missy Hyatt. And she comes back out of nowhere and is like, you know what? You know what I need to do? I need to talk shit about one of the best wrestlers around in Brock Lesnar. How's that going to make things any better for you?
It's not. Like, if this is her way of getting a cheap pop from the fucking brain dead idiots that that will like that, I mean, congrats, you probably got that. But this does not help. I mean, sandbagging Brock Lesnar does not help pro wrestling. Brock Lesnar is one of the last huge draws you've got left in WWE. It's like him and Roman and maybe Punk, and that's about it, you know?
There's not a whole lot left. That's the whole thing, man. It's like we really have to be grateful for what's left. I mean, even if it's not really trying, but yeah, so that's what's going on with Missy. Let's talk about Owen here, Kevin Owens. So here's what he had to say. He explains that he was never happy during his reign as Universal Champion. So go for it.
Oh, okay. Kevin Owens?
Yes.
Hold up. Let's turn my fan off here. Just wait with me. Give me a sec. All right. It's natural to want to be on WrestleMania in the biggest way possible and winning titles. It's still an accolade that's incredibly flattering, incredibly deserving and rewarding. I think what helped me be less obsessed, I guess, by that aspect of it is from 2015 to 2018, 2019. That's all I could think about. That was when I was champion all the time. Yeah, and it fucking sucked. It fucking sucked. I'm sorry, Kevin Owens. You were not a good champion. I was Intercontinental Champion. I was US Champion. I was the Universal Champion. And I was never happy. Yeah, neither were we. Never happy. I always wanted to do more. Like what? You were the fucking champion. Anyway. I wanted the next week to be bigger. I'd finish a match and think, okay, what's next? What next week now? What's next week now? Okay. And you know, the people I'd speak to were like, I don't know. We don't know what's next week. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? And I really didn't enjoy any of it as much as I should have. Then I went away. I had double knee surgery in 2018. I spent 5 months at home, away from it, and I think that really helped me put things in perspective. I really needed to get that time away because that time I'd been on the road for 4 years with WWE, and it's like a train. You know, you get on it and you just don't get off. You don't realize how quickly time passes. Good God. I mean, buddy, you know what? They give you titles out the ass and you weren't happy. Like, they gave you what you wanted, what you wrestled for decades for, and you weren't fucking happy. Like, this is what I can't stand, is like they're given everything and they're still not fucking happy.
Well, that's why we were calling him the Fat CM Punk back in the day. He shares so much in common with him, man, is that you can give Kevin Owens everything. And I think a lot of it, what it had to do with is once he finally had time to spend some time with his kids and his wife, he's like, dude, this shit's awesome. I'm going to lose the weight. Especially after the double knee surgery. He's like, dude, I'm a fat motherfucker. I need to lose some weight to help out my knees. So, you know, I said, so I could be a good parent, so I could be a good husband. You know, and now he's probably having the time of his life. I bet you he doesn't want to return to the ring. Because, I mean, shit, we see him all the time going to Disney World, going out to nice dinners with his wife. What's weird, though, is his beard is getting grayer, so it looks like he's getting more stressed out being at home. But you think it'd be the other way around. I'm just saying.
Maybe his wife is a total biatch. I mean, who knows?
Like, you never know, man. But let's go ahead and talk about Jey Uso, who had the following to say. I'm the best world entertainment wrestler in the world. Yeah. What does that even mean? You're the best world entertainment wrestler. You're not even the best WWE wrestler, by the way. So this is, I guess, just Jey Uso's new thing is that he just says delusional shit. This is all caused by alcohol. We're seeing the downward spiral of Jey Uso's brain, and it's on Instagram with black backgrounds. That's where it's at.
That's what it is, man. I'm the best world entertainment wrestler in the world. Is he the best? Just say WWE wrestler. The brain damage in his head. It's crazy.
It's insane, man. It's very insane. But you know what, though? The brain damage is everywhere, not just in WWE, but also AEW. So recently, this gay jobber from AEW was looking to get a ride, and along came a bus.
It's too cold to be out here like this. to Louis Armstrong Stadium? I actually think I do. Can I get in? I really need a ride. Yeah, come on. Hell yeah. We are invincible.
He got a ride on the Jurassic Express. Good for him. All right.
Good for him. He'll make his way to that stadium.
Why is there
hopefully it's sold out, you know?
Well, why is there so many shitty wrestlers that look like Andrew Tate but don't have his charisma?
And you see a lot of that, just bald head and just flabby body and no charisma. Like, none of it. It's a shame, man. I mean, but yeah, that's what wrestling is now. Just a bunch of bald dudes doing flips and kicks. But yeah, it is what it is.
Well, it's also gay nerds who know too much like Dave Meltzer, so it's time for Dave Meltzer is a Dorky Goblin. And we started out with Dave on Mexican wrestling. So DB said, just imagine how Dave Meltzer would be covering this if it were the other Mexican promotion. I think one question I should give, and I've said that television show is week in and week out the best WWE puts on. Imagine acknowledging that, not mentioning how the other promotion is breaking all-time attendance records with an amazing crew of talent and its success in drawing the show called casuals that everyone talks about. Wow. Like, to see Dave actually put over a WWE product, I'm in shock. Talking about AAA here, you know, so.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Dave still has that lucha boner. I mean, because it gives him the high speed work rate that he loves. So I guess he has to put it over in that regard. But I mean, doesn't he know that they're owned by WWE?
I don't think he cares. It's still lucha wrestling for him. But he was talking about Mance Warner and how he's pulled off an indie show, and he said, Tony Khan already posted this, but he said nobody in AEW pulled Mance Warner from tonight's AEW show. Well, he signed a Ring of Honor, so who the fuck did it? Just saying. I me's the one company he's in. So who's above Tony? Did Shahid Khan fucking pull Mance Warner? I doubt he even knows who he is.
Who knows? Maybe it's an executive. Maybe it's not somebody above Tony. Maybe it could. I mean, Daniel Bryan is on the discipline committee. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's somebody underneath Tony Khan who's doing it. Who knows?
Could be. Air said, what was the gate for Grand Slam 2021, Sting's retirement, CM Punk's AEW debut? And Dave said, check the issue after each of those shows. All are listed. So here he's not going to provide any numbers when he could easily search them up because he's the one who wrote them fucking down, by the way. If you looked up on Google, it would come to his website where he said it. But nah, that's too much work for him. So he basically said, Google it, bitch. That's what he does in conversations now. Just said,
why did he say that? Why did he just say Google it, bitch?
That's the thing, is he considers cussing too lowbrow and he won't do it. But randomly quote tweeting nerds on the internet, that's very highbrow to him. So there it is.
Very highbrow, Dave. Yeah. What a good use of your time.
Absolutely. Well, he's talking about how much he loves psychology. So Trey said, Uncle Dave being a work rate guy ruined a generation's ability to appreciate psychology. Spot on. And Dave said, I'm a psychology guy and more of a story guy. I just don't pretend certain styles have no psychology and that there is only one right way. Nor is 80s right and 2020's wrong. 50s is right and in the 50s evaluating Luthez without understanding the audience and expectations and drama of Luthez is silly. Dory Jr. was an incredible world champion and worker. People watching on tape sometimes don't see it because he worked his own unique way that was fantastic for a world champion in that era. Bro, nobody's going back. I hate to tell you, nobody's going back and watching Luthez and Dory Jr. matches on YouTube. Let's be fucking real. Nobody's doing that shit.
No, nobody's doing that. And then, like, the other thing, too, about, like, there's multiple right styles. Dave, the only right style, the only good psychology is the one that makes wrestling look real.
Yep. We covered then our top 10 awesome on Bret Hart, is wrestlers that actually protect the business by making it look like a fight. Every wrestler that you put over nowadays, whether it be Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, the Bucks, they make it look like a choreographed dance fight. They make it look like shit. It looks like a Power Rangers routine. It does not look good.
Right. I mean, because what's believable about, getting, like, having some guy, like, do, like, a running jump kick to somebody's face, and then they just act like they didn't even get kicked. And they just, like, hit them with another move. Like, that's totally believable, Dave. That's good psychology, huh?
Well, my favorite is Will Ospreay, who has had multiple neck surgeries by this point, and he gets thrown on the back of his neck after all these surgeries with a throwing German suplex, and he pops right back up to his feet. How is that believable? He's not Superman. How is that fucking believable?
Well, to the layman mind, that would look like bad psychology. But when you know as much as I do, that is good psychology.
Fucking Dave, man.
I can't stand it.
He was talking about the Double or Nothing gate. He said, the Double or Nothing gate is just under $1.5 million. Second best ever for a non-WWE show in the U.S. Inflation adjusted, there are a handful in history. So he's already got his fucking excuse why it is the second best. He says because of inflation adjusted. So he's taking a fake inflation number in his mind. Granted, we are going through inflation, but knowing him, he probably took something that's like 15 to 20% and marked it up to 50.
It'd be funny if it's like in like 20 years from now we have like hyperinflation and like they have like 2 people in attendance at AEW and he's like, well, I'm factoring in inflation. It's the highest gate in AEW history.
They'll find ways, man. Trust me, they're gonna find ways. They will always find a way. So here's what he had to say about Rousey versus Carrano. He said, Rousey versus Carrano for some reason was listed as a movie and not a TV show on Netflix, and first day was number 6 in the world in that category, which is a bigger category than TV shows. Keep in mind, main event started at midnight Eastern. It beat a big WWE show. Unclear about any records, but doesn't appear to be gigantic, although it was number 1 in US, Canada, Mexico, and movies, which is substantial viewership. UFC did its record low on Paramount, 30% below what a show like this would normally do.
So let's go back to what he just said. Unclear about any records, but it doesn't appear to be gigantic, although it was number 1. David had 17 million viewers.
It's right there, dude. You got your numerical proof. It broke records on Netflix, and considering Netflix has had a couple live events by now, that's pretty dang cool, man. The last record was broken by Jake Paul. And come to find out, it's Jake Paul's company doing this MMA. So Jake Paul's doing great shit for Netflix. WWE are fucking retarded for not bringing him in.
Seriously, it's going to bite them in the neck. You know what this could be? This could be like the moment where like Shane McMahon had like that opportunity to buy UFC on the cheap, and Vince is like, I don't want to. Why buy that?
You know what? The Fertittas were smart for doing what they did. I'll give them that.
Right. No, but, seriously.
Yeah. So They Live 420 said, hard agree, but it's capitalism. They're never going to put the genie back in the bottle as long as these pay-per-views continue to sell. Dave said, so weird for a wrestling fan to want less great wrestling. It's not fucking great wrestling, you asshole. It's shit. Everything looks the same. All you do is you change the fucking logo on the apron. That's it. Everything's the fucking same. At least with WWE, they're trying more of a casual, friendly approach. Every other company out there, with the exception of like maybe JCW, is like, fuck a casual. We don't give a fuck about you. We don't want new fans. In fact, we want our fan base even fucking smaller and more psychotic and rabid. Fuck you.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like that whole mentality right there. This sentence is everything I hate in modern wrestling fans. So weird for a wrestling fan to want less great wrestling. Dave, here's the deal, okay? We have evidence. We have evidence that right now in WWE, they're focusing more on characters, specifically Danhausen, and it's selling a lot of merch. It's doing very, very well. Whereas like AEW, they're now focusing a lot more on the work right now. They're making the shows much more like what you like, and the ratings are dive bombing. TNA doing the same fucking thing. Ratings are dive bombing. Every other company, Matchmark wrestling out the ass. Ratings are dive bombing. JCW and WW really are the only companies right now that are trying to cater to a casual audience, and they're holding on to a pretty good viewership all in all. And they're making good money, and they're making pretty good money. Now, JCW has a long way to go, but we have the evidence that your style of wrestling that you like, Dave, the kind of wrestling you always put over, it doesn't draw. In fact, it drives people away. We have the numbers. We have the evidence. Go fucking piss up a rope for all I care.
Oh, well, Dave, though, I love it how the fans call him out on his ego. So here's Steely Dan saying how it feels to spell it Eddie Guerrero with a Y, and shows his disgusting office that he works in. And Dave says, Eddie Guerrero subscribed from 1992 until his death. Every renewal was signed Eddie. In his book, he said Eddie or Eddie is fine, but he preferred Eddie. Eddie was the spelling he used in the pro wrestler until WWE changed it. Ignorant people playing gotcha on what they have no idea about is quite hilarious.
Good God, Dave. Good God.
So here's his, like, basically his little story of, I personally knew Eddie and he was a fan of my newsletter. But,
yeah, it's not the same, Dave. It's not the same as knowing him, okay?
So, like, I was trying to just mock him for what he said, but then you look at his office, bro. So let's take a good look at this fucking piece of shit office. Look at this spunk rag floor. Look at this. You can't even see carpet. Literally, all you see is fucking cage match ratings, New Japan porn rags, fucking encyclopedias on wrestling moves. What the fuck is this? Look at all these. What is these shelves he's got in the background, just stuffed with fucking papers on fake wrestling. Weird.
Good God, get a freaking filing cabinet. Come on.
And then you look over here on his desktop. Look at this fucking old school 2002 Mac he's got. Look at this shit. And you can barely see the desk. He's got like some one of those office phones from like 1988. He's got just papers all over the fucking place.
He's like, well, I look at this phone, I'm thinking of upgrading to a rotary phone. You want to be with the times,
Just to get with the times, yeah. So, and then over here, he has, not even on this other desktop, is shit all over the place. Look at this. He's got spunk stains on the chair, which is fucking gross. I mean, at least he realizes his room is a fire hazard, and he has a fire extinguisher here. I'll give him that. But at the same time, like, look at the spunk stains on the chair, all these papers all over the place. He has one poster in the corner of Carano and Cyborg to make people think that he's not gay. It's like, you're not fooling anybody, bro.
Well, it's like, it'd be funny as you say, what do I need this fire extinguisher for? I'm going to go out the way I love, reviewing wrestling matches.
Knowing him, it's probably covered with a brown substance and very stinky. Just saying.
Well, who knows? That could be the way he puts out the fire,
I never know with Dave. Oh, man. So it is time to do some ratings rundown. We got to talk about these messed up ratings, and man, they're getting really, really bad. Like super bad. So let's start out with what do we got here? First rating is for Raw. Give him the Raw rating.
Raw, 2.6 million viewers. Now, this is for the May 11th episode. Not a good number. I'm going to keep it real. Not a good number. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not good and it's not bad. It's absolutely nothing to brag about. I can't defend this. This is a bad number. It's a bad number. I can't defend it. I got to keep it real.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing too. Is I first saw the rating not really going up much or not going down much. It's going to be between like a 0.5 rating, going from like 2.6 to 3. I don't think it's going to get back to 3 anytime soon. Well, maybe SummerSlam, but we'll see.
But to be fair, this is not the Brock Lesnar debut or return.
No, so next week we'll see that, reflect in the ratings. But yeah, like, I could understand why it got the rating it did. It's not too much different from the previous week, so that makes sense. And then after that, we got, you want to do SmackDown?
Yeah, because I got it right here. Okay, so SmackDown, this past week, May 15th episode, or not this past, but the May 15th episode pulled in 1.18 million viewers. Yeesh.
Walk. And this is like, again, this is what happens when you have Cody at the top. Cody tanks any show when he's at the top. We have like numerical footage. Like if you want the proof, we did it for Triple H as a bad booker, Cody is a no draw. We showed the graph. Every time you put the title on Cody, it tanks the show. Like he is the biggest ball drop in SmackDown history.
He really is. And that's the thing. It's like you see it over and over again. Like what casual fan appeal does Cody Rhodes have? None.
He's dropping. Any casual appeal that he did have is gone now. He's lost a lot of momentum, and a lot of that, let's be real, is due to Triple H's shitty booking.
It really is. Like, and that's the thing. Now, granted, it's like Cody Rhodes is boring in and of himself. Right. But when you add in Triple H's booking on top of it, it makes something boring, just boring and shitty, It makes it worse.
Like, I think Vince would have done a good job making him like this nepotist, fucking narcissistic asshole with his own stable that pretty much had to chicken shit his way. I think he would make him like a Timu Ric Flair if he had the chance.
Very like a heel, kind of like, oh, look at my suits, look at my fancy cars, look at my Rolex watch. I could see Vince doing that. I could see Vince just really like emphasizing how rich he is. I think you're right about that. I could see Vince doing that. But with Triple H and with the marks, they just see, oh, he's a great wrestler. Let's put him in great matches and that'll get over, right? No, it's not.
Never does, man. Never does. How about NXT? How'd they do?
All right, so NXT this past week pulled in 517,000 viewers. This is up 19,000 viewers from the week before.
Wow. So, I mean, it's not by much, and a lot of it has to do with the fact there's not much to watch there. I mean, when Shiloh Hill is your biggest star, that's pretty fucked, just saying.
It is pretty pretty messed up. I mean, it's but again, it's like look at who you're having on that show. Mason Rook, for however they're trying to hype up. He's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad. All that crap. What's it drawing?
He's shit. I mean, it really shows you that marketability matters in pro wrestling. It's not just a myth; it does. And you're seeing it with Dynamite. And in fact, let's go ahead and talk about Dynamite, how they did. So, what is it? The May 20th.
May 20th episode of Dynamite pulled in 613,000 viewers. This is up from 585,000 the week before. So yeah, this is the May 20th number, the 613. So this is better than NXT. I mean, it's almost 100,000 more, but nothing to brag about, man. Like you got it, like you were getting over 700,000 and you were doing it regularly. And you fall like this, and you fall like this because Darby Allin is not a draw. No one wants to see your long, boring matches. We want Crash TV, damn it. We want, crazy shit happening. We want car crashes. We want explosions. We want hot chicks doing sexy things. We want entertainment, damn it. And what you're putting on ain't entertainment. It's just long, boring matches for dead Meltzer. So
straight up.
Yep.
They had 2 collisions, so I'll give you the first one on the 16th. Okay. So we got May 16th one that came out to 384. I mean, it's what you would expect nowadays with Collision, because they're not really making any real reason to watch Collision. It's not like you have to tune in. If you catch Dynamite, you're good.
I mean, yeah, there's and what they've been doing is they've been putting them right after Dynamite.
Oh, yeah, now they had another one. So they had this one, then they had the May 20th one right after Dynamite, 413. So I don't think it's a good idea to piggyback it, but apparently there's wrestling fans that want, fucking 4 hours of wrestling in a row? Not for AEW. No thanks.
No, especially not for AEW, because they're not telling stories. They're not really doing anything to really sell you. Now, look, and we've said it before, and I stick to it. AEW has the resources to pull this all together, to pull themselves out of this rut. They did it for March 18th. They've already done it before. They just got to go back to what worked. They know what works. I know for a fact they know what works because they have the numbers to back it up. This is not working. The fucking match mark flippy flop bullshit they're doing every week is not working. Go back to what worked, Tony. You've got the money. You've got the platform. You know what to do.
And even if they give the title to MJF, you still have the shitty writing and you still have the match mark booking. So unless they get MJF a solid feud like with Bobby Lashley or something, or Edge, it's not going to lead anywhere. It's going to nobody really, there's no money in MJF versus Darby Allin. I'm sorry.
There isn't. There really isn't. So I think the other show we got to cover is what? TNA?
TNA, yep.
Okay, so talk about a show that's on a road to nowhere, okay?
Fuck you.
Fuck TNA right in the ass. I hate this fucking company. I literally hope it goes out of business. I can't stand until they fire Tommy Dreamer and Hunter Johnson out of that creative role. Fuck TNA. So on the May 7th episode, they pulled in 164,000. Good. Fuck them. The May 14th episode of Impact pulled in 196,000. You know what? That's still a really bad number considering the fact that they're on cable TV. They've been there for a few months now. They've had consistently over 200,000 and they've just sunken under. Fuck TNA. I don't care about they're up against the NBA play. I don't care. No excuses. TNA fucking sucks.
Well, what TNA did is it bended over backwards for the match marks and said, please fuck me in the ass some more. Yeah, you already ruined my company, but hey, this is the easy route, so please fuck me in the ass more with your tiny dicks. That's what they did. And these fans, they lined right up and said, give us Leon Slater, Cedric Alexander, bangers. And they're like, sure, eats up 45 minutes of match time. Nice and easy. Here you go, you fat nerds.
It's wrestling. There can be nothing but wrestling on the wrestling show, you fucking idiot. And to that I'd say, you're the reason why the ratings are at record lows. You're the reason why wrestling is dying out in popularity. All these fucking try-hard neckbeards are the fucking reason why.
Yep, always will be, man. They're the fucking scourge of the internet. But
and they don't even realize it too.
They don't, which is really sad, man. So it's time for some super chats. Chapter 2 was saying Aleister Blackbald was never interesting. I never liked him at all. Not even when he was Tommy End over in PWG. That's when I first found out about the guy. And he was literally just Dutch tattooed version of Speedball Mike Bailey. Just skinny guy that did karate kicks, And then they brought him into WWE's Malachi Black, and they tried to go for a mix between CM Punk and Undertaker, but fucking half-assed and half-brain. It was awful. They had him like rising up out of a casket in NXT. They had him knocking people out with like this fake spinning back kick. And then they brought him up to the main roster. Had no idea what to do with him really. Ended up releasing him. He went over to AEW for what, a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And basically sat out about a good majority of his contract because he wanted to power play. He thought he was hot shit. I mean, shit, even MJF was talking shit about how this guy power played his way into the company. Oh, and here he is again, trying it again with Tony.
And he had that whole thing of like that mental breakdown. He's like, I can't be on the show. I'm having mental problems. And then they had to let him go. And then the motherfucker goes right to WWE, and he's there every fucking week.
No stage fright.
Huh?
No stage fright.
No stage fright. Yeah. So in other words, he was faking it more than likely.
Just saying. That's what it comes down to, man. I really feel he was faking it. Super Bob was saying on an episode of SmackDown during BFAB and Charlotte match, there was a wardrobe malfunction for Charlotte, nightmare fuel. And yeah, I got a lot of people sent me that on X, and I was one of those things I didn't want to get flagged by WWE because they're hardcore about clips nowadays. But even the picture alone, I'm sure would fucking mentally scar a lot of people out there. So I wanted to just prevent that. But I appreciate your guys' submissions. But yeah, I wanted to save your eyes for once because it was really bad. Dude, it's dad ass though. Care. Seriously, dead ass though. That's all I gotta say.
And we chose not to show you because we care.
Absolutely. Nobody wants to look at her dad's ass. Nobody.
Dad. Oh god, like yeah, no one wants to see that wardrobe malfunction. So like, didn't they black the screen out?
On the replay they did, but live, yeah,
Good.
you got to see those saggy butt cheeks. It was gross, man.
Ew.
Yeah. King Marcus said, we need to bring back traditional sodium orange street lights. Sick of these white headache-inducing LED lights. They are everywhere.
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. I completely
agree. You know what's weird, too? I don't know about you, man, but whenever I dream at night and I'm driving, it's always the sodium lights. I never have these fucking new LED lights. In my dreams, it's always the old-school sodium lights that used to be on the freeway at night. You remember that? Or just even walking down a suburban street, nothing but sodium lights, nice and soft on the eyes. And I feel that they saw that people under sodium lights were committing less crime, and they're like, nah, let's switch it over to the LEDs. Let's get that crime rate up.
Yeah, and let's put a bunch of flock cameras on them too.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, no, I agree with you there, King Marcus. I miss those. And that's why, like me personally, I don't get LED lights in my house. I like the old school lights.
Incandescent, yeah.
Yes, awesome. Absolutely. So what is it? Alejandro was saying Megan Bain laying a cross over Bliss and Charlotte. I mean, I don't know about that, man. That's fair. You know what? That's fair. I don't know if laying a cross is at Bliss's level, but Megan Bain is definitely way better than Charlotte. Megan Bain is one of those women that when she eventually signs with WWE, because she's still real young, but once she eventually signs with WWE, she is going to be a world champion. She's going to be top of the heap. She's so good. I mean, she's not the best on the mic, but when you talk about somebody who has the look of a pro wrestler, like if you put Megan Bain on a poster for WrestleMania, people would be like, who the fuck is that big pretty bitch?
Right, and that's the thing, man. Like, and that's another thing that AEW has is they've got a pretty good women's roster. They've got, and it drives me crazy because they've got the talents too. They've got the commentary, the talent, everything, and they choose to cater to Dave Meltzer. Why? Why, Tony? Why? I just don't get it, man.
Well, you see that one fan that I tagged on X that was saying, we need to bring back Britt Baker. AEW's division is suffering right now. I'm like, dude, we could literally name 10 women off the top of our head that are assets to AEW. That's the one thing I'll give AEW is, yeah, their men's division is whatever, but their women's division, they got young talent for days. They got so many women that if they were called up to WWE would be an absolute asset and an immediate game changer on TV. Even like a low tier like Sky Blue or Julia Hart, I think would be great talents on the main roster.
They would be. I really think they would be. And that's see, that's the thing is that like AEW has the ability to just attract all these young, attractive women into their company. Like look at Harley Cameron. I mean, there's so
Yeah, they definitely got a lot of talent, man. That's for sure. So Alejandro was saying, I missed when 3-hour shows were rare, so you had to tune in. The roster was loaded, so 3 hours didn't feel dragged out. I used to look forward to 3 hours Raw. That is a good point, man. Because, like, yeah, back in the day, when you got a super 3-hour Raw, you're like, dude, we're getting fucking 3 hours of a good show. You know, it's not like nowadays where you're like, ah, shit, I'm getting 3 hours of SmackDown. You know, it wasn't the same feeling because a lot of it, and I wish wrestling would get this for the love of God, but they never will. Less is more. Yeah. Quality over quantity, and it's in reverse now. We're getting quantity over quality. We're getting so much wrestling, and not much of it is good. Out of all this wrestling that we're being offered, which is a fucking huge buffet of the same dish, we maybe have a couple companies that are giving us a different dish. It's a big taco bar with a couple people offering up pizza and fucking burgers. That's what it is.
I mean, not to put ourselves over too much, but I really wish we had the opportunity just to write for one company. Just like write for one company, create some storylines, create some feuds, and just show them how it's done. Like really just like prove that it's not all just, you know, talk with us.
Well, I think it, for anybody who knows us and knows what we can do, I mean, really, and once again, not to put ourselves over too much, but how many podcasters out there do you know of that offer real critiques in real time for these companies? Don't just shit on them and say, this company fucking sucks for a bunch of cheap hate clicks. Think about it. How many fucking podcasters will actually say, this company sucks and here's how it can get better? And then they offer up on the spot ways to fix the company. No notepad in front of us. No fucking note document in front of us on a laptop or any tablet or none of that shit. This is all off the top of our head, man. There's nothing in front of us. No. We're coming up with that shit on the spot. How many people, how many podcasters do you know that have creativity on the spot like that? Just saying.
Not many. And the creativity that they're going to give you, it's always like, oh, I want to see this match and I want to see so-and-so versus so-and-so. No. How about a feud? Like, how about like a storyline? Why should that match happen? It's like, it's not enough to want the match to happen. Why should it happen? You got to provide the why also.
Well, and you have to have natural character progression too.
Correct.
Like you have to get invested in a wrestler when they first come in and then see their progression and see them grow. And I don't feel like you get that enough, especially with NXT where they're just literally signing indie dudes and throwing them in the main event. That's so cheap. Like a lot of what WWE is doing, while at least Raw is doing some good things, SmackDown is still fucking up. NXT is still fucking up. AEW is still fucking up. TNA is royally fucking up. Mm-hmm. You look at the grand scheme of all these, even MLW, a lot of these major American companies are garbage, dude. They don't care. Like Raw is only being forced to care because they're on Netflix. Let's be honest.
They're on Netflix and they're having ticket sale problems, and they're run by people that are just rapaciously greedy.
Oh yeah.
And that greed can be a good thing. And like, it sucks that you got to be nickel and dime, but the good thing that can come out of it is, and if the ticket sales start dipping, they'll start turning on Triple H and saying, hey, what the hell's going on here, man?
Yeah, it's simply how it is. But I really hope that they come to that conclusion. But Alejandro was also saying, I disagree. WWE is not catering to casuals. AEW tries harder to do more adult content. WWE is doing kiddie friendship crap. AEW has more of an edge to them. That's
true.
Fair. Well, here's how Alejandro, you're absolutely entitled to your opinion. All we can go off, because we're not regular AEW watchers, we did watch this, what is it? A week ago, we watched the past Dynamite. So we did cover that recently. And
I'm going to be real.
And hold up. And in comparison to Raw was way more entertaining and had more, to me, more adult themed segments. With that one Dynamite that we watched, there wasn't a lot of hardcore stuff going on. The one time that it wasn't a sausage fest was when they brought in the women for the 6-women tag. But before that, it was all a bunch, just like literally skinny gay cruiserweights the whole fucking show. Let's be real.
Right. So, no, and I agree, man. And like, I'll be real. I'm going to keep it real. Ready?
Sure.
I've been watching these past 3 episodes of Dynamite. You know, I just think in my free time, like, you know what? I'll check it out, see what's going on, right?
Okay.
It literally is what we complain about, man. It's still long match. The feud that they have Darby Allin in the storyline, it's culminating in a hair versus title match.
Who cares?
Like, right, and that's the thing, man. Like that's to me like what's so ridiculous. You know, it's I don't know, but like with me, I feel like AEW, like they are more adult oriented than WWE. For the most part, I will agree to that in some respects
for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes, but I feel like they know what works, but they choose to stick with the long matches. Meanwhile, what AEW could be, and this is our argument here. It's like our argument is not AEW sucks. Our argument is like AEW has all of the ingredients to be kicking the shit out of WWE. They're not kicking the shit out of WWE because of the creative direction for the most part, and because of a lot of the talents they choose to focus on, like the Young Bucks. Like the Young Bucks are still on, and like it's a shame, man. It really is, because they really can turn it around. I believe that AEW can, that they're able to, but do they want to? That's the question.
Well, and honestly, I don't have much faith in them, especially after seeing Tony so entirely optimistic to bring Mick Foley in a huge way. He's not just bringing him in as an on-air talent, as he revealed. He's looking to get him back in the ring. He's looking to get him into booking. He's looking to work with him side by side, which is not good. Because we've seen the creative ideas that Mick Foley and a lot of these mark wrestlers come up with. They're not creative geniuses. Like, you guys are good for producing matches and road aging the matches. That's good. You guys are good at that. You have experience in that. With creativity, no. Not too many of them can book. I hate to say it. One of the few who could actually kind of book back in the day, I wouldn't trust him at all nowadays, is Kevin Nash. There's a reason why Kevin Nash was given the books in WCW. Because he actually had half a brain at one time.
At one time. Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore. Yeah, and like I think with wrestling, I think they just need to just all the veteran wrestlers, just tell them to shut the fuck up. Like a lot, like you don't need them. What you really need is common sense. Like when you look at wrestling, if you prioritize safety and making it look good and really focusing on storylines and personality, you're gonna have a good product. You're just gonna have you don't need to have these retarded 30-year wrestling veterans that, when they get into creative control, they end up putting on the worst fucking shit you can imagine, and you can't say anything about it if you're in the company because they're a veteran wrestler. How dare you question Tommy Dreamer and Hunter Johnson? How dare you question Al Snow? How dare you question Triple H? This is the problem, man. Like, it's these fucking asshole veteran mark wrestlers. And if you had, and the one thing I hate, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, if you have an opinion on wrestling, that offends them more than anything. They're like, how dare you have an opinion? You're a fan. How dare you have an opinion? Just shut the fuck up, buy the ticket, and fuck you. And I say to that, you know what? If you want my fucking money, then you know what? You're going to have to put on a show that's going to be captivating to me. And they're not fucking doing it. And they don't want to put the work in. These veteran wrestlers don't want to put the fucking work in. They don't. All they want to do is fucking protect their spot. And that's why a lot of wrestling is in the shape that it's in today. For the most
that's
part.
why I don't want to praise Scott Steiner, because he's one of those fucking douchebags that's like, you have never worked in the ring. Your opinion is not fucking valid. Fuck you. And even though you're trying to help out pro wrestling, fuck you. And I'm with you, dude. I can't stand wrestlers like that. Biggest pieces of shit out there, and they're fucking hypocrites that will do anything for a Legends paycheck. Fucking terrible, man. Alejandro was saying Cody Rhodes is the luckiest jobber of all time.
Fact.
Well, Cody, he realized that if you want to get ahead in entertainment, you have to make certain sacrifices to get there. If you will. And he knew what he had to do. So there he is, and that's why he's getting the push he is, regardless of the fact that he's the lowest ranked champion of all time. So makes you think.
It does.
So King Marcus said, bring back mechanically simple cars. Amen. Well, where I stand on it is, if you ever want to, just go to Facebook Marketplace. Buy used cars, man. That's really where it's at. I would not buy new, because these new cars, man, they're loaded with all sorts of weird cams, spyware. They can shut off your car at any time if you're a fucking wanted fugitive. I just don't like how much control they have. So that's one example. And then another, too, besides all the cameras and the lack of privacy, is the fact that these cars are made out of fucking the cheapest materials nowadays. Back in the day, they used to make them out of solid steel. You would have yourself a fucking tank you're driving. Nowadays, you're driving basically some rickety piece of plastic. Basically, an overgrown toy car is what you're driving. So, yeah.
I would just say to them, get yourself, here's the, to me, the perfect car to own, because they're easy to work on. The parts are, widely available. They're easy to work on, easy to fix. Get yourself a Toyota from 1998 to 2010, or maybe 2012.